Basement, boxing tall, know my way right. Fuck that, I'm a champion. Basement, boxing tall, left, right, jab in the hook, better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last, better protect your fall. I got hits like no other, you hit that round, double applause. Basement, boxing tall, left, right, jab in the hook, better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last, better protect your fall. I got hits like no other, you hit that round, double applause. No question, no problem solved. I'm feeling cocky. Hit it in the beat, the ring, a boof up like a Rocky. ASAP. Any funny thing they can stop me. I stage drive, try to learn my moves so you can copy. Gotta give it your all. Gotta give it your all. When your back against the wall. Your back against the wall. When you don't want people come. You don't want people come. To keep greatness involved. To keep greatness involved. Basement, boxing tall, left, right, jab in the hook, better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last, better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather, you hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved. Basement, boxing tall, left, right, jab in the hook, better protect your jaw. 12 rounds if you can last, better protect your fall. I got hits like Mayweather, you hit that round of applause. No question, the problem solved.
It's your boy Basement Boxing Talk coming to you live. And we got the good brother Black Star Sports TV in the building. What's good, my brother?
All right. Good to my brother. Yes, indeed.
And we got the good brother Clarence McLean, McLean's Productions.
What's going on, y'all?
Yes, sir. We in the building. Salute to everybody in the chat. And today we supposed to have a special guest. Supposed to have Freddie Pendleton on.
Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, let's see.
Salute Jack Tripper.
Jack Tripper, what's up? Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, Basement. I like your intro. I don't know what it is, man. I'll be saying
that Joe fire, man. I told you.
Look, I'll be in the house to my basement, boxing talk.
It did me the same way. That's how I was feeling.
That's how it's supposed to have you. That's how it's supposed to have you feeling.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that intro fire, man. I'll be at the gym talking about some basement, boxing talk.
Don't catch you, man. That Joan is.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, man. Definitely. I like it, man. You got to help me with an intro, man, one day.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, Black Star, you don't have an intro, do you?
Nah, I'm trying to get one, man. Trying to get one.
You gonna get one.
Man, these cats keep telling me, man, yeah, I do one, but I ain't heard nobody came to me with nothing. Everybody like, yeah, but I ain't seen it. It's been months now.
We gonna get you one. We gonna get you one, brother.
Yeah, I gotta get one for No Duck Zone, but this gotta be a fire one for No Duck Zone. This gotta be fire.
Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. For the No Duck Zone, and you from the East Coast.
Yes, sir.
It got to be somebody from the East.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you, and this is gonna sound crazy. Not necessarily. I just wanted to be fire. It necessarily don't have to be from the East because I don't just represent the East. You know, it's like I represent all over. So it's like it ain't even got to be the East. I just wanted to be fire. It could sound like somebody from Japan. I could care less. It's got to be fire though. That's all I want.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Prince Bach. That's who did my intro. Rapper from Cincinnati. Prince Bach. Check him out on YouTube, Instagram, all social media networks.
Yeah, I'm gonna start playing that song. Basement, boxing talk.
I know, man. That joke, man, get you going. That's
Hey,
perfect. He ain't got to upgrade that no time soon. That joke is on. That's perfect.
I told my wife one day, I said his intro is fire.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the best one I've heard anybody done did so far, man.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Hands down.
Yeah,
Everybody else intro is not like that. Sometimes they just have you hear the music and that's it, but you never really hear nobody talking on it. So it's definitely a different type of intro. And when you in the gym, I don't know about nobody else. When I'm in the gym, I could get hype off that.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's exactly what I want.
I get hype off that. I'll be ready to slap 2 or 3 people when I'm in the gym. Hey, nah, but all jokes aside, it's a great intro. I might have to holler at your man for the same intro, man. Something just that's cool though. It's good though when we can come together and put this kind of thing together, and we can get intros and we can do this. It's a beautiful thing, man. It really is.
Salute to my brother Black Banner. How you doing, brother?
Black Banner, what's up? Salute.
Yes, indeed, man. All right. Let me see.
Yo, Black Banner had me laughing. What was it yesterday? Didn't he jump on with us, Black Star?
No, that was Bruce Goes.
Hey, oh shit. Hey, look, we got Winston Wolf in here. He talking about the Crunk interview.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, man.
The what? The what interview?
Yeah, man. Barbershop Conversations had what's his real name? God damn it.
Yeah, they had Sugar Hill and
Yeah.
a nephew on there yesterday.
He had Fury's trainer on there.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, this is the first time he didn't really did an interview. They talking about the glove. They was talking about the glove and everything.
I gotta watch him. I have not watched him yet. I have to watch him.
You ain't watched him yet.
You gotta see the part when
Barbershop. I gotta watch him.
You haven't watched who?
Oh, who y'all talking about?
Barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did the interview with Crunk, man, and
Oh, here we go.
I didn't know Crunk was an ex-police officer or whatever.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it's like he not gonna tell on himself. But the interview got kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting. I ain't watch it all the way through, but for most of the part I seen, it was interesting.
That's crazy. Oh man. Yeah. That's boxing for you.
Yeah, it was crazy. Interview was kind of wild.
I gotta look into that.
I know I'm tired every time I look up. It's something new about Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence. It's something new. He said this. He said that. Man, they got to go and get this fight over with, bro. They got to go and make this shit happen.
Yeah, Champ about to call in shortly, guys. I just talk to him.
All right, it's cool. Let me get something to drink real quick. Yeah, I'll hold it down real quick.
Yeah. The Black Banner said definitely to add the East Coast boom bap sound. Yeah, well, I might try to add a little something to it. But the No Duck Zone definitely has to have. It can't just have a regular beat. It's got to be some fire, and I know I have to come up my pockets probably for it. So I will work on it. Uh-oh, somebody's phone rang. That's not Basement, is it? Like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no. He got to move his phone from the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, he caught it now. I think he caught it or they hung up.
It might have been the champ, man. I don't know.
Oh Lord, I hope it wasn't the champ. Oh Lord, he just said he was going to get him something to drink, so it shouldn't take him long.
Man, I didn't know he just stepped away.
Yeah, he stepped away. He said he'd be back. He was going to get something to drink.
Oh, okay. Gee, man.
Chad
probably like, man, I just spoke to him 2 seconds ago. I was on mute, so I didn't hear him.
Yeah, he just said he was going.
Hopefully it won't take too long. Man.
He said I had to step away. I'm gonna step away. I'm going to get something to drink. Well, hopefully he's going to get something to drink, so he should be coming right back.
Yeah. I don't know if she had the wings on. He might grab 2 or 3 of them. You know how it goes. You ride by, you smell it. Before you know your hand in the pot.
I don't blame him. I definitely don't blame him. Sure. After I get off this interview, I'm going to eat me a lot.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that was the champ.
Your phone was ringing.
Huh? He called?
I think that was him. The phone was ringing.
Well, let me call him one more time and let him so he can call again, man. Just hold on a second.
Hold on. I call him back. Was that you? Tell him to call back. Tell him to call right back. That's him right here.
There you go, right there. Yep, that's him.
Hello.
Okay.
Yo.
It's Basement Boxing. How you doing?
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear him.
You got a champ. Who's in the building?
How you doing, champ?
What's going on?
Can you hear us good?
How you feeling, champ? Happy holidays.
Somebody else with us?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
I hear you right now.
Black Star, say something.
Hey, champ. Can you hear me, champ?
Yeah, what's up? I got you.
All right, yeah, man. I'm glad you was able to call in, man. I knew we was gonna work it out one way or another. Yes, indeed, man.
Yeah, man. Because I always like talking about boxing because it's the way they got it going now is just terrible. I mean, just terrible. I mean, they putting on fights that ain't crappy fights, charging tons of money for garbage. It's ridiculous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly what that's one of the things we were just talking about. I wanted to break down, like, man, it's time for them to get the Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford fight on, because after a while, it's gonna just drive everybody away.
You watch these guys who are supposed to be world champions who look like amateur fighters. It's ridiculous. These guys look. They will be world champions, and this is the best people do on TV, and people paying for this.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
And they don't want nobody like me talking about the game. You know, they try to put me down, try to keep me off. You know what I'm saying? Take my fights down. You know, and then I'm sure a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, he did all right with Pernell Whitaker," but that's no big deal. I'm like, Pernell Whitaker was one of the best fighters in my division.
Exactly.
He went up against everybody and anybody just like I did. And only thing I can say about Pernell was. And it is nothing that puts him down. He just wouldn't give me a rematch, and I can't argue with that because he fought me first time. You know what I'm saying? He said, "No, I'm not going to take a chance on bothering with this clown again." You know what I'm saying? Because the first fight was tough enough. why would I take a second fight with a guy that has a shot at beating me? You know, see me, I'm not. It doesn't matter about winning or losing. To me, it's about showing you're the best. And if you're the best, you take everybody on, no matter who they are. Or you might think you get beat, you might lose a fight. You still fighting. You know, that's the name of the game to me.
Yes, sir.
You know. So what's going on? So y'all little brother?
Yeah, I can hear him. But you might need to turn it on. I need a little bit more.
Get it going in the right direction.
Is that
right now? Is
that better?
It's going to end up in the toilet.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mr. Pendleton, for 1 second. Hold on. I'm gonna make this a little bit louder. Hold on. Let's do it like this. Mr. Pendleton.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear?
Yeah, I can.
Can y'all hear him? Can y'all hear him clear now?
Yeah, he sounds
better.
I
hear real clear.
Okay, cool. There you go. They couldn't hear you. They hear you better.
So Mr. Pendleton, question. What do you think that needs to change in the sport of boxing today that you're not satisfied with?
They need to get rid of these commissioners. You know what I'm saying? These so-called commissioners need to go. They ain't worth shit. They can be bought out. You know what I'm saying? And they see what's going on and not change anything. They let these promoters rip and run all over them, do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be rules put in place where these commissioners can't just sit back and do the dirty things that they do as far as overlook. You know what I'm saying? You know what matches are good, what matches aren't. You know what qualifies as a fight. And, you don't allow them to put top fighters in there with scrubs. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be allowed, And they won't let me do it. Fighters like me, I couldn't go in there with I had to take all these tough guys whenever I wanted to. They're like, I'm the number one contender. And they tell me I can't, I gotta fight. I gotta wait to fight Pernell Whitaker, and they protect him and try to hold me off and try to make me fight Tracy Spann. I said no. I had to sit out for a year because these jokers was telling me I couldn't fight nobody. They said I couldn't get a tune-up fight. I had to wait to fight Pernell Whitaker before I got another fight. You know what I'm saying? And then my manager, he was the one doing that, setting it up, and then he got done to back him up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to wait till my contract ran out. Then when my contract ran out, he took me to court, and it took a while to get the contract thrown out. You know what I mean? To get me away from him, it took a minute going through the court system. Then when I finally did, it took me, it was almost a year past. And we got the fight, and that's the only reason why I didn't beat Pernell, because I hadn't fought anybody in a year. And I was rusty when I got to him. I was just minutes, like seconds off my time. So that was the only reason why I couldn't catch him, because he'd been fighting. He had 2 fights before me and him matched up. I had none. So I was my timing was just off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was on point because I was beating everybody in the gyms. I was banging everybody up. You know what I'm saying? And me and Hector Camacho was on the same card. So Hector brought me in to help him get ready for his fight with who's he fighting? I forgot who he fought. I think he was fighting on a different. No, he's fighting on a different card. He fought the couple of nights before me. He was fighting Vinny Pazienza, and he won. And then I fought Pernell. You know what I'm saying? The following week, and I lost close decision. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I had to leave. They kicked me out of Hector's training camp because I was banging him up.
Wow.
You know, and then we got into a fight. We got into a real fight. I took him by his neck. I was choking him.
What caused the fight? What caused the fight, Mr. Pendleton?
He kept hitting me in the back of the head.
Okay.
Because I was making a little bad in the gym. He had his girlfriend there, and then he was talking all this crap to me, and I said, okay, we'll see what you got. And then we got in the ring, I started playing with him, and I caught him with a couple shots, and he got pissed off, and he threw an elbow at me, and I said, oh, so you getting dirty? I said, I can play that game too, bro. So we started fighting dirty, and I was messing him up, so he got mad. When I hit him in the back of his head a couple times, we started fighting. So I got him in the headlock, and I said, he told me, let him go. I said, bro, I ain't gonna let this man go until my people get in the ring. And I said, if you don't back off, I will crush this, choke his neck. I'm playing, I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? So they backed off and let my boy came in. When my people got in, I pushed him away. I told him, shoot, nigga, you ain't messing with none of them punks that you usually deal with. I said, bro, I don't care what you got. You know, I'll take everything you got and then give you more. You know what I'm saying? I said, we can do this shit all day. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, they said they didn't want me in the gym no more, so they kicked me out. So I went back to Miami to train, to get ready for the fight, you know, with Pernell Whitaker. And I had to bring in a couple other guys to spar with because, you know, me and Hector don't know each other no more, so.
And that you mentioned your sparring partners for Pernell Whitaker. Could you tell these guys who's one of your sparring partners that you had for Pernell?
Yeah, the guys I brought in from Pernell was I had a couple of guys that were pretty tough guys working out with me for Pernell. They weren't really known fighters, you know what I'm saying? But they were good, but they were fast. But none of them was at the, you know, could even come compared to, you know, I just got guys that were fast and stuff like that. But, you know, it's more to Pernell than just speed. You know, speed. I mean, this guy got speed, his mobility. He can move his body. I mean, he can move. He can move ways people just don't do. I mean, you see this guy in the corner. I had him pinned in the corner. And I threw a punch. I threw about 4 or 5 punch combinations. I never hit him with a nothing. I came on short every punch. I was like, how, you know, did he get out of that corner? And I mean, he is very skilled. And you know, it was a little surprising to me because I didn't think that he was going to be, you know what I'm saying, that much of a challenge because I watched him fight a lot of times, and I knew that, you know, partially I couldn't catch up with him like I wanted to because I had been laid off. I hadn't fought in a while, and that's because of my manager. He was trying to do me dirty because he wanted me to fight Tracy Spann first. So he was hoping that I lost to Tracy Spann. He was selling me out to Top Rank. Because Top Rank wanted me to fight Spann first. And he told me he signed the agreement to fight Tracy Spann. I told him, I said, well, what makes you think I'm going to take that fight? And I'm the number one contender. You know, I'm the number one contender for Pernell's title, and that's unification of all the belts. Pernell's a unified world champion. Why would I fight a knucklehead who's number two contender? I'm number one, and I'm the mandatory challenger. I'm not going backwards. I'm going forward. So he said he signed the contract already for me to fight Tracy Spann. I said, you signed the contract? He said, yeah. I said, well, then why you ain't fighting him? He said, what'd you say? I said, you signed the contract already, so you must be going to fight Tracy Spann because I ain't signed shit.
Who was? Could you tell the people who was your manager at the time?
Ed Gersh.
And you say he was trying to sell you out the top rank.
Trying to sell me out the top rank. They wanted Tracy Spann and Pernell Whitaker. Because they wanted to try to get me beat by Tracy Spann. They thought they had a better opportunity to get me beat by Tracy Spann because of the way my sparring went and how I had to leave Hector's gym and come down and start and really basically start the camp all over again. So they saw an opportunity to creep in there and get the win over me and move him back in the #1 spot because who beat him and took his Paez beat him and took his #1 spot for the title for Pernell Whitaker for the title and lost. You know, it was a good fight, but Pernell just was too much for him. So they tried to knock me out in #1 spot and put Tracy Spann there, and I told him go to hell. I don't handle mandatory. My mandatory is Pernell Whitaker. I don't handle mandatory challenger. You can't. I'm the top contender. I ain't got to fight nobody but the champion. So if you want me to fight the champion, I'm gonna fight the champion, but I'm not gonna fight nobody else. So he told me, he threatened me. He told me if I don't fight Tracy Spann, he ain't gonna give me no more fights.
Wow.
And I said, really? Yeah. He said, yeah, that's right. I said, okay, I'll tell you what, fuck you. And I hung the phone on. And I went to the gym the next day and was training. And my trainer, what's his name? Larry Kennedy at the time was my trainer. And he got on my case about why am I not getting ready to fight for the fight, why am I not going to fight Spann? I said, because I told you, I'm fighting the champion. I'm mandatory contender, challenger for the champion. Why the hell would I fight Tracy Spann, who's one of the toughest fighters out there at the time? He's knocked out his last 4 opponents. But you want to put me in with him instead of fighting for the champion, which I've been killing myself training to fight for a world title. You know what I'm saying? But no, you gonna tell me I'm gonna fight for a junior title? I mean, I'm gonna fight with USBA with some knucklehead? No way in hell. I'm not going backwards. I want to go forward. So he started talking to me and I fired him.
Cam, can you tell the people how was it sparring against Hector Camacho?
It was a trip. He was an asshole. I mean, everybody who tell you about Hector, asshole is just who he was. He was a complete asshole. He loved himself more than anything. You know what I'm saying? He was, pretty boy Floyd. I get all the girls. Everything comes to me. You know what I'm saying? He had he was basically an all okay cat. He just came across. He's a little, you know what I'm saying? One of them guys that kind of irritate the shit out of you because he always about him. It's never about nobody else. It's always about him. You know who he's similar to, but he was more flamboyant. Roger Mayweather and him are kind of similar because it was all about them.
And I was gonna bring that fight up too. I was gonna let you finish talking. I was gonna bring the fight up between you and Roger, and explain to us how did it feel getting the victory with Roger, stopping him in the 6th round. Yeah, stopping him in the 6th round like you did.
Oh shit, it felt good. I told everybody. I told Top Rank go to hell. They said, "Well, we offer you me." When I said, you go to hell. That's why I said, "Why the hell? You know we friends. Why you gonna put us together?" They said, "You friends?" I said, "You damn right we friends." They said, "Well, Roger accepted the fight." I said, "Excuse me?" They said, "Roger took the fight." I said, "Well, the hell with Roger. I don't want to take the fight." They said, "Well, I tell you what. Either you fight Roger or we get rid of your contract." Whoa. I said, "Oh, so y'all gonna play dirty?" Yep. They said, "Fight Roger or they gonna drop it." So I said, "Okay, I agreed to the fight." But the thing that shocked me was Roger didn't have no problem with fighting me.
Man.
And we supposed to be friends. We supposed to be friends. We supposed to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, for him to accept that fight, what kind of bullshit is that? They had to threaten me to make me take the fight. Cause I told them to go to hell, and they told me, well, if you don't take the fight, then you find somebody else to promote you, because we don't need you. And then I said, okay, okay, well, I take this fight and I win, I'm gonna charge you motherfuckers up the ass, for my next fight. You know what I'm saying? I said, because y'all gonna force me to fight somebody I don't want to fight. You can find anybody else to put me in the ring with, but no, you won't force me to fight my friend. So I said, okay, after I win this fight, I'm gonna charge y'all up the ass. And they was laughing because they didn't think I was gonna win.
Right.
He got a giggle and shit, and got off the phone with me. And Roger was able to talk about how I wasn't equipped to beat nobody like Roger. Roger was too versatile, and all these magazines saying all this bull crap that they know. Hey, they didn't know what I was doing to Roger in the gym. I was beating Roger up in the gym, playing with him. And we went to when we was in California, we was duking it out in Cali. So, and then when in Cali, I banged him up in California, and everybody was laughing because I had banged him up so bad, he stopped sparring with me. And I was up there getting paid. I got paid 2 weeks for doing nothing but training myself.
Wow.
He started sparring other guys in the gym, and I'm in the gym coming in. You're not sparring today. So I'm like, what the fuck? You brought me out here to be a sparring partner. What the fuck we ain't sparring? So Roger is getting in shape. He really wasn't in shape when y'all first, because I had banged him up so bad. It was a bunch of girls in there one day, and he started showing off. So I opened up on him, and I banged his ass up. And he was like, I was like, nigga, you better think about your ass instead of some fucking girls. You know what I'm saying? Them girls ain't gonna be in here with you whooping your ass. I am. You know what I'm saying? So, and the girl that he was checking out, she was eyeing me anyway. So I guess he was going to show her that he was going to whoop my ass and, win her affection that way, which went badly. So, that's all I'm saying. Me, I'm about the game. I ain't about no damn woman. I ain't worried about no damn woman. It's a million of them out there. And the only thing I was thinking about was winning a world title. When I won that world title, I could look for a girl later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because for a guy like me, with all those losses on my record, title wasn't coming up no time soon. I had to make them put me in the running for a belt, because I had to show them that I had the quality. I was qualified to be, to ask for that kind of situation, to fight for a world title. So I was like, I earned my respect banging on the best, not, talking. I showed them what I could do. And I told them, bring the best you got, I'll fight them all. And all of them ducked me. Shane Mosley ran like a bitch, which basically that's what he was to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I call his punk ass. I turned it down. He don't want nothing to do with it.
Right.
Hey, Chip, was it?
He talking about he's one of the best, and he wouldn't fight me.
Champ.
When he fought,
Champ.
Yeah.
Slow down. I want to ask you a question. What year was that when you called Shane Mosley out?
I don't even remember what year it was. It had to be in the late 90s. He was at the top of the game at that point.
Right.
And he told me, hell no. Because I told the promoter, after I knocked this dude out, what's this guy's name? It was in California. I knocked that mug out in the second round. We was fighting. He was supposed to be a top contender. He was moving up the rankings, and he fought this Spanish dude that was real tough. And everybody said he won the fight, but they gave it to the Spanish dude. WBO title they fought for. And I had just knocked him out in 2 rounds. So they came to me and said, you want to fight Tracy Spann? I said, yeah, make the match. not Trey Span. I mean, Shane Mosley. I said, yeah, make the match. They said, fuck Shane Mosley. He ain't that great. And it's like, oh, no, man, I'm telling you, Shane Mosley, you know, he ain't no joke. He's almost a Sugar Ray Leonard type fighter. I started laughing. I said, really? Okay, make the match. And by the time I got out of the ring, he already told me that his people said, nah, we'll pass. So that fight went away. Then I tried to fight what's that guy's name? The guy that died in where was that? Spain? No, he was in Brazil.
Yeah.
You remember that kid's name that died in Brazil?
Ah, man, yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue too. I know exactly what you're talking about, champ.
Yeah, him. I'm trying to fight him, and Top Ring wouldn't give me that match. They said no, that's one of our prize fighters. I said, yeah, well, what am I? I'm signed with you too. Yeah, but we don't want to make that match. So I was like, whatever. So I said, well, give me we was talking about fighting my boy that's here. What's his name? Mighty Mouse, Ivan Robinson. And they said, nah. They didn't want to fight with Ivan. And I was trying to get everybody. I tried to get anybody I could get. I tried to get we wanted to rematch with who's the guy from Jamaica? Livingston Bramble. He tried to fight him again. He said no. He tried to fight De La Hoya. De La Hoya said no. You know, De La Hoya went. Yeah. Anytime I told De La Hoya to his face, you come and fight me for the title, I'm gonna try to kill you. I ain't trying to beat you, I'm trying to kill you. I said the only way they stop me from killing you in the ring is if that referee is the only one that's gonna stop me from putting you in the grave. I said, bro, these motherfuckers looking to steal my title and give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you like this. You want my belt? I can't wait to fight you because it's gonna make me a ton of money. But believe me, I ain't gonna be trying to beat you. I'm gonna be trying to put you in the ground.
Hey, Champ, is that the reason why a lot of fighters might not want to fight you because they knew you were a problem and maybe your talk was intimidating, so they were like, hell no, I don't want no parts of this guy?
Oh, I know that's the reason. Because I didn't care. I wasn't worried about losing. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's like they had stole fights from me so many times. I didn't give a damn about losing. I was going all out to win. So the only way you beat me is if you came with your best. But the only way you was gonna beat me. And I was trying to kill myself in the gym getting ready for a fight. And when he saw me go up against Rafael Rellis, and you know, De La Hoya after that fight, De La Hoya ain't won no parts.
Yeah, he dropped
Rafael Rellis down 4 times. And they still gave him my championship.
Wow.
And De La Hoya knew he wasn't gonna be able to get up. Rellis was known for getting up. You know, getting up after getting knocked down badly. You think, oh, that shot hit him, he ain't getting up, and he would get up. You know what I'm saying? So I expected that. So I had to keep putting him on his behind. But you know, he had a couple of good rounds in there. I mean, he wasn't a bad fighter. He had a couple of good rounds to me. But if the fight was scored the right way, correctly, he lost that fight. I think he only won out of 12 rounds. He only won 3. And they talking about it was close and gave the fight to him. If it's a close fight, the champion automatically wins.
Yeah.
He never knocked me down once. How did he win?
Yeah, and plus
they only ruled one knockdown a slip. They ruled the knockdown in the 8th round a slip. Even though it was no way in the world it could have been a slip because I hit him on the chin with a shot. He fell from the center of the ring to the ropes and then dropped to the floor. How was that a slip? That don't make no sense. And they come and they watch the tape and they determine that knockdown was a slip. I say, you guys are fucking idiots. You know, so, you know, they did what they did and, you know, I let it go. and except I almost kicked his behind in a fight with hands when I went back to California. We walking in, he was coming in as a guest. I came down there to fight this other dude. I can't remember his name, but I banged him up, and I was coming. When after the fight was over, he was talking crap to me, and I said, "Excuse me, you did what?" He said, "Yo, yeah, I beat you." I said, "Bro, number one, you better get away from me." You know what I'm saying? Because you want to fight me right now, and I'm gonna be trying to put your behind out of here. I said, "I'm gonna tell you right now, get the hell away from me." So they had to they come between us, and he walked off kind of with a smirk on his face. But I was serious. He would have stayed there. I would have banged him. I would have tried to kill him right then and there. Because I was like, shit, you stole something from me. You know, your boys or whoever, they stole that fight from me, and you know you stole it from me. But you walk around bragging to me, talking about you beat me? Hey, well, we can do this right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care who we do. I said, shit, when I finish with your behind, it ain't going to be no more boxing for you. But, they stepped in and broke that up.
I got a question.
I never really talked to him again.
I got a question for you, champ. Somebody said, what did your trainer say that was wrong when you was fighting Tony Lopez?
Well, my trainer said that was wrong.
Yeah.
Everything. Who said a goddamn thing right in the whole damn fight? You said I told him to shut up and let me. I got this. I don't need you to say another word. I listened. See, I was a fool in that fight. I listened to what he said and tried it and got knocked on my ass. And I came back to the corner. He wanted to tell me something. I told him, shut the hell up. I got this. And he didn't say another word. And I went right back out there and I just started walking that joke. And I said, I got to take this dude. I got to take this dude out. Because this fool in the corner, he don't know what he's talking about.
What did he tell you, champ?
He told me to move to the left. When Tony Lopez had a real good right hand.
Right. So he walked you right into it.
Moved right into the right hand.
Right into it.
And see, obviously I wasn't too bright because I moved right into the right hand and got knocked on my behind.
Oh.
So I couldn't blame him for it. I blame me, but I wasn't gonna let him say nothing else to me and get me knocked the hell out. So I told him when he went to say something, shut the hell up. I got this. I don't need you to say shit up to him. I got this fight. And I went out there and I did what I had to do to win. And he was pissed off. And after the fight, we was arguing in the dressing room. I told him, I said, look, bro, this is what I'm gonna let you know. You're the man that works the corner. You're the head of the corner. I'm the head of this motherfucking team. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Nobody make money without me. So who got the last word? Me. Not you. Me. So get the hell out of my face. And that was the end of that. Because you want to that could have been in a fight for me.
Right.
One bad mistake could have got me knocked unconscious. And I would have lost that fight. So, and I couldn't have blamed it on him because my dumb ass moved into that right hand like he told. I moved in that direction, knowing it was the wrong advice, and I did it anyway, and ended up on my behind. So who can you blame? Gotta blame me for being dumb enough to follow that instruction, knowing it was wrong, and I did it anyway. So I can't, I ain't gonna say in that sense. I say it was my damn fault. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't know how to fight this cat, and I did. He telling me to box. Nigga, I can't box a guy that's all over me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to box him, and he's putting pressure on me, pressuring me. And I'm like, if I don't fend this guy off, he's going to keep getting stronger and stronger. I got to show him he got to back off. And that joker just didn't want to back up. I was hitting with bombs. Put him down on his behind, and he still got up and kept coming forward. I put him down twice in the first 2 rounds, and he still kept coming. I said, this guy got a hard head, and I'm going to have to break it. And that's what I did. I hit him with that jackhammer in round 8, and he was all over the place. And I don't know how he got to the next 2 rounds, but I got him in 10. So, I mean, and he earned all the respect that he wanted from me. I ain't never had that much respect for a fighter, ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had more respect for Tony Lopez than any other fighter I stepped in the ring with.
Wow.
Because this man took bombs and gave me everything I wanted.
Hey, by you saying bombs, I'm sitting there looking up. You got the record for the most KOs in under 20 seconds with 5.
Oh yeah. That was. I can only take credit for 1.
You got 5, champ. How you only gonna take credit for 1?
I'm gonna say that's just me, who I am, because the other guys weren't notable. You know what I'm saying? The only guy that was notable was the one I knocked out was number 6 in the world. What's his name? Spanish dude. What's his name? I knocked that joker out in 15 seconds. Sammy Fuentes. He was number 5 in the world, and I destroyed him in 15 seconds. I say the reason why I say that is because he's only notable because a couple of, matter of fact, I'm wrong. It was 2 of them. One guy fought Miami who was 16-1, 16-5, and Sammy Fuentes. They were good fighters. The other 3 guys were jellyfishes. You know what I'm saying? You bring them in there, you get a win, that type of thing. It's just that I knocked them out a lot sooner than anybody thought I would.
20 seconds though, champ. Under 20 seconds. I mean,
that's a big deal. It's a big deal. Yeah. I just walked out and it was over.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit, I mean, but Sammy Fuentes, I hit that door with a shot, and he took like 30 more on the chin, and the referee grabbed me like he was scared I was gonna kill that man. Which I mean, I'm pretty sure if he wouldn't have went down, he'd been getting hit, until he did. But when he pulled me off, that joke almost fell out the ring. He had to push him back in the ring. He was telling me all the time that he was going to make an example out of me. He was going to destroy me and this, that, and that. I said, okay, bro. Wait till we get in the ring. We're going to see who gets destroyed. I'm pretty sure he thought I was scared of him. Because he walked out like he was going to a picnic. So I said, this dude walked out with his head open like that. I walked right over and hit him. Bang. It was over. He went straight down. After all that crap he was talking about, he didn't last 15 seconds. Shit, my mom was at that fight. And she almost, my mom almost had a heart attack. And the fight hadn't even started yet, and she's over there tripping. She was scared to death. I thought he was going to hurt you. Everybody was talking about how he was going to kill you, how he hit so hard. And I told her that you watch me fight all these times, and you so there scared that somebody's going to hurt me. Give me a break. But parents.
Hey Champ, what was the most memorable thing that you can remember about that fight?
Fuentes?
Yeah, what's the most memorable thing that you can remember about that whole fight?
My trainer called me after it was over, screaming at me to come over to get back to the corner when the referee pulled me off him. Come on here. So I went back to the corner, and the referee told me to get away from the corner and go to the other side. The neutral corner. So I went to the corner, and fight was over. I jumped up. But I never expected that to happen. When I ran out hit him, I didn't think he was going to, I thought he was going to be ready for that. I was totally shocked when I hit him with that shot and he started buckling all over the place. I said, oh shit, I got this one. I can't let him go. And I just started firing on him. His mouthpiece flew out and everything. And when that happened, he started falling outside the ring. You know, I pulled down, the referee pulled me away and grabbed him before he fell over on his head. So, you know, it was, you know, he was a good fighter. He was a really good fighter. And after I destroyed him, that was it. I don't think he won another fight.
Man. Hey, champ. We was talking a little bit about, you know, your power and everything. And most people don't know you sparred a lot of heavyweights, man, and you was known to put a few of them on their ass. Now, one of them that
But the one guy from Cuban Joke, he was pretty known. He was known by somebody. He was a good banger and stuff. He won a few fights, and we were sparring in Fifth Street Gym. I put him on his ass. Nobody could believe it. They looked at me like, they thought, he said, this little nigga put that on heavyweight? And I was like, I never thought I was a big puncher. I feel like a punch, but I never thought I was a big puncher. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, and most of the commentators always said I couldn't punch. I was like, how could you not be able to punch if I got that many? How many knockouts I have? I got as many knockouts as I have fights. So how you gonna say I can't punch? That's ridiculous. Exactly. But they always say I'm not a big puncher. You know, this, that, and the other. Even though I knocked out some of the best fighters around, I'm not a puncher. So I started using that against. You know, I said, okay. I said, yeah, you know. Well, what do you think? You knock this guy out? I said, I really don't know because I'm not a big puncher. You know, that's what y'all say all the time. I'm not a big puncher, so I really can't tell you how I knock him out. And they would get upset about me doing that. So boxing is you know, a lot of people try to play this game in boxing, especially the commentators. They try to make you you know, put you in this place where they want you to be, and you're supposed to go with it. Now I'm not with that. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm a winner, and that's all I say. You know, I'm gonna win this fight whether you want me to win it or not. You know what I'm saying? And if you steal it from me, people know what they're looking at. When they see a guy win a fight and they go the other way, they let you know.
Exactly. Hey, champ, tell them about
with these promoters, how I don't understand how people pay their hard-earned money and let these promoters get away with some of the stuff that they do. You know, when you come to see a fight and you got guys that are not quality fighters in the ring, I don't waste my night coming out spending money on me, my woman, or whoever. If I bring my kids to, I don't waste all this money to see a fight that's garbage. You know, that's what I understand about nowadays. They still pack the house with guys that barely qualify to be professional fighters. And that's ridiculous. I mean, you see this guy, what's the guy named the heavyweight that just fought and he just beat the other clown. The guy that jump around the ring like a fool. What's his name? Heavyweight. Yeah, he jumped around, supposed to be boxing. I don't know what he called that shit he do. But he's supposed to call himself being a boxer. He jumped around. I forgot his name. What's his name? Not Wilder, the guy that Wilder fought.
Tyson Fury?
Tyson Fury.
Fury is the biggest joke I've ever seen in boxing. He don't have no fucking skills. He fights like a ridiculous moron. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, is he in a movie or what? Where's his brains at? You know, he just, to me, he's just totally ridiculous. He's not a fighter. Now, an actor, maybe, but he's not a fighter. He's a clown to me. And they promote him and they talk about how good he is. He is terrible. You know, but then you put him in with a guy like Wilder, who has no experience whatsoever. He ain't fought nothing but, pretty much bums. You know what I'm saying? Then they put him in there with the one guy that's supposed to be good, and this guy stands in front of him and gets knocked out when Paul Wilder has a big punch. Because I watched it when Wilder lost to this dude. I could only watch 4 or 5 rounds of it, and I turned it off. Because Wilder's throwing punches all over the place. This guy is jumping around like a fool, and I turn the fight off, and then I find out that Wilder lost. So I have too much respect for boxing to watch clowns.
I got a question for you, champ. Tell us about how was it like sparring Trevor Burbick?
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, he got pissed at me because I was banging him up. I busted his nose with his lip. And he got mad and picked me up there and told me he gonna throw me out the ring. So I wrapped around his neck. Told that joker, go ahead and throw him and take his head with me. And my trainer went off. They were screaming at him to put me down, so he finally did. He told me, y'all better get this boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the world champion. I said, yeah, you're the world champion now, but I'm gonna be the world champion soon. So I don't give a damn what you do. I said, you come to the ring and spar with me, I'm gonna bust your behind. I don't care who you are, what you are, how big you are. I was sparring from middleweights to heavyweights my whole career. I hit this one heavyweight, I got his name. He was a pretty good fighter. I hit that joke with a left hook and he twisted his ankle. He had to cancel his fight. Because when I hit him so hard, he spun around and I don't know how he came out, how his ankle got twisted, but he did it somehow. When I fought with that hook, he spun around, he went down, and he got up, and we was good we was waiting for the bell to ring. He came over and told me he can't spar no more. And it's like I was like, what's wrong with him? He said he can't spar no more. Then I find out when he took him in the back day, he did something to his ankle. He messed his ankle up when he spun around. So and that they had to cancel his fight and everything. So and then that was Dundee, one of Dundee's guys. He kicked me out of the gym because I did that. He told me I can't come to his gym no more. That I'm trying to create problems and all this stuff. So whatever, man. And I was always pretty dangerous, in the gym, man. Yeah, my own trainer, my first trainer was one of the best trainers ever. He just had a big mouth and he didn't know how to run business. You know what I'm saying? He always talked his way into getting promoted to say they don't want to deal with him. Then I find out later on that the ones that would put him on and give him fights, he was selling us out to them. Because he's trying to take care of his family. He give a damn about our family. He was trying to take care of his own family by selling us out to these promoters, just throwing us in whether we was ready or not. He would take a fight. Like I hadn't been in the gym. When I fought Tyrone Trice, I hadn't been in the gym. I was on the basketball courts playing ball. And he called me on Friday and said, well, I got a fight for you. I said, well, when is the fight? He said, Tuesday. I said, Tuesday? You mean, what Tuesday? He said, Tuesday come. So I had 5 days to get ready.
Wow.
And I stopped it. But I thought I was going to I needed that money. I was broke as hell. And my mom it was still 6 kids living in the house with us. So, I made number 7 and my dad wasn't never helping. My dad never gave a dime to help. So I had to do it. So I went out and I started boxing. I turned pro and I was pretty good. So then when that fight came up, I was playing basketball and they told me, and they called me and said, my sister called me and said, oh, Jimmy Hill was on the phone. I was like, and? He said, well, he wants to talk to you. I said, tell him I'm playing ball. Shit. And she said, well, he said he got a fight for you. I was like, yeah, I'll catch y'all guys later. But I knew that was money, so I wanted to get that money. So when I got on the phone, he told me it was they had a fight for $5,000. And I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I was making what $350 a week, walking away with $50 because when I come home I had to get my mom most of the money. I was like, shit, I gotta get me some cash. So I said, yeah, I'll take the fight. Went over there and got lucky, knocked him out. I told him I was gonna knock him out, but I didn't think it was gonna, I was just talking. Because I knew I wasn't in the gym. And, you got 5 days notice and you wasn't in the gym anyway. So I figured I was gonna go up there. I was gonna give him a tough fight for a few rounds, but I knew he was probably gonna beat me. And then when I got him in the first round, I was like, yeah. I was quick enough to catch him and get him out of there. So I was happy about that because I didn't want to see round 6. Because that's when it would start kicking in. I could give you 5 rounds tough.
Right.
But started round 6, I'm coming out and dead. Tired of trying to move, trying to get her, just trying to get out of the way. That's what happened if I would have, if it was the last, I would have been just, for the last 4 or 5 rounds, I would have been just cruising.
Right.
And trying to get through it.
Was that lack of being in shape?
Yeah, I wasn't in no shape. I wasn't even in the gym. They just called me, and I started training in the gym. As soon as they called me, after I got off the phone, I went to the gym, and I told them we're gonna train tonight, and then we'll start training for the next 4 or 5 days until we go to fight. So basically, I had 6 days to get ready for that fight, and I ended up knocking him out in the first round. And they took me because they pulled me up. He was beating the hell out of Hilmer Kenty in the gym. So I fought Hilmer Kenty, and I put Hilmer Kenty down twice, and they robbed me and gave him the fight. And so he was beating on Hilmer Kenty so easy in the gym. He said, well, y'all call Freddie out because I'm not Freddie out because, I beat Hilmer Kenty up in the gym every day. So, Freddie had a tough fight with him. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll take Freddie. But he didn't know. I took Hilmer Kenty on short notice, too. I took Hilmer Kenty on 2 weeks' notice. And Hilmer Kenty was a bad boy, and I ain't had no real, training. I had no real sparring or anything for that fight. So, and it was still, I put Hilmer Kenty down 3 times. And they called it a draw. I'm the only guy that's not people on their behind and get a draw. You know what I'm saying? I never get a win. I don't never get a win. I put a joker down 3 times and I can lose. That kills me with that when that stuff happens.
Hey,
so,
Champ, can you explain to the people how was it like sparring Glenn Johnson?
Oh hell no! Glenn Johnson was a tough boy. That's one thing about Glenn. Everybody say that he wasn't a top quality fighter. He's not royal. There wasn't no way in the world you can say Glenn wasn't no top quality fighter. Glenn was a tough fighter. He'd go in there with anybody, anywhere, and he had a shot at me. He don't get tired. That's a man that's like a robot. He does not get tired. I don't know how he does it. I went in there with him, and I was hitting him with all kinds of shots. He was just blocking and standing in front of me. I catch him with some heavy shots, and he was taking them. I was like, damn, this guy, you can hit this guy with a bat, and he don't move. So, and I know I can punch. So I caught him with a couple good right hands. Didn't budge. I said, this joke didn't take a good shot. Then the bell rang. I was tired as hell. He was like, you got one more? I said, yeah, I got one more. He do. He said, nah, I got to go. So he got out of the ring, and he left. But then we became friends after that because, we went to work on each other. He was coming hard, and then the harder he threw, the harder I threw. And it just kept going that way all the way through. We did about 6 rounds, and when it was over, we got out, and I went on to the back, and every day after that we worked, but we had as the first day we worked, when we started moving around, going with each other, we stopped the trying to kill each other, the heavy shots and stuff like that. We started working with each other. So we started learning from each other, and we got better. Both of us got better as we did that. So, we helped each other out. Then we became friends, and he's good people.
Champ, can you explain to us about the fight you had with the late great Freddie Randall who just passed away?
Frankie?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Frankie was a lanky joker, man. He was tall, slim, and he long arms. Yeah, I mean, he was a tough jerk. He was a tough bird. Yeah, I got no ring with him, and we went down. I mean, he caught me with a nice shot in the third round. I came back, going with a couple shots. I put him down. I had him hurt in I think it was the sixth or seventh round. I had him hurt, and he got through that. Then we went hard, and almost knocked him down in the ninth round, and then almost put him down again in the 11th. In the 12th round, we came out and went at it, and they called it a draw. First fight, they robbed me because I was beating the hell out of him up in we was in his hometown, Tennessee. I was beating the hell out of him. We were both a lot younger at that point. I was like, I think I was about 20, 21, 22, and he was about the same age, maybe a year older than me. And we went out. I was beating the hell out of him, and everybody knew I was going to win the fight. So what they did was it was a little nick over my eye. So the referee stopped it because of that. Because everybody knew I was going to beat this kid. He was fighting me when I was, we were both young. And I was like, when we fought then, I think when I turned pro at 18. So I had to be about 21 when I fought him the first time. And I was putting it on. And I guess they saw that I was gonna beat him. So what they did was put a little nick over my eye, and they stopped the fight. And then I found out later that the referee should have been disqualified to work that fight because the referee, here's the guy refereeing our fight in the pros, and he refereed 107 of Frankie Randall's amateur fights. He should have been disqualified. He shouldn't be able to work that fight because he's too familiar with Frankie. So we protested the fight, and they turned it. They said, no, we don't agree, and this and another, and they left it alone. But everybody knows you've been with a guy, you've been in the ring with a referee that many times. The referee's going to have some sort of bias when he's going up against somebody. We don't even know. They knew that. And they never get away with it. So I said, whatever. That's what we're going.
Champ, looking over your record, man, you had a lot of fights.
Yeah. A lot of big time guys. I mean, like I tell you, I fought anybody who was anybody at the time, and then moved up for it. I fought one guy that was 168 pounds, and I moved, and the heaviest I could get was 146. Wow. 68. So by fight time, he was damn near 78 pounds.
Right.
So, and I put him down in 3. So we got on the scales. I weighed in, everybody was laughing because I weighed in at 137. And this joke weighed in at 162. They was like, oh, we don't know, we can let this go. I don't give a damn about the weight, so why does everybody else? And then homeowners looked at each other and was like, yeah, go ahead, they let it go. I said, I want to take the fight. So they said, I had no problem with it. So they let it go. And the commissioner said, talk to me. I said, I'm good. So we worked out because we sparred in the gym, and he got mad because I threw him down and I started kicking him. So he told me that he was fighting in a real fight and knocked me out. I said, really? So set the fight up. So they did. And when we fought for real, I knocked that joke out in 3 rounds.
Wow.
Everybody went crazy when I knocked him out because this joke made me look like a little kid compared to him. He was I think he was like 5'10", and he was way bigger than me as far as he looked like a bodybuilder, how big he was, and everybody was like, Freddie getting murdered tonight. And when I knocked him out, everybody was totally shocked. and they went crazy. I mean, the audience went crazy when I knocked him out. And then I was like, they was laughing. I was fighting all over Miami after that. They sent, not all over Florida, rather. They sent me my next fight was in Tampa, which I knocked the guy out in 20 seconds. Then I went to, I can't remember the name of that town. A little small town in Florida, and I knocked the guy out in 17 seconds. Then I went to Tampa again and knocked another guy out in was 22 seconds. So some people was like, they couldn't believe how I knocked these guys out so fast. And I always said, I just got lucky. It was like, you plan to do that? I said, no, just go out there and do it. If he's there for it, he gets knocked out. And if he's not, fight continues. You can't plan for something like that. You can plan to do it, but you don't know what's going to happen. Just hope for the best when you run out there.
What
hope you don't run into one. You're going to do a shot yourself, and you're going to be gone.
What can you say that you did wrong in the fight against? Did you did wrong in the fight against Felix Trinidad?
Nothing. The only thing that happened I was wrong in that fight was my corner drugged me.
Wow.
Felix Trinidad is a good fighter. He wasn't in my class. He wasn't even close to being in my class. And you can tell that by the way I was moving around that ring. He couldn't touch me. He tried his best to land the punch. If you watch Trinidad with anybody else, he'll be murdering them. With his shots. He couldn't hit me with nothing. His own dad slapped the shit out of him, trying to get him to come after me more and be more forceful. I had that boy scared to death. Because his dad was telling him, you got to throw punches. You got to go after him. You got to put the pressure on him. And then he just reached up and slapped the shit out of Trent. And told him, come on now, you got to fight. And no matter what he did, he couldn't hit me. And I was about to knock that joker out. As soon as the frustration kicked in, which would have kicked in about round 7 or 8, I was going to put him down and get him out of there. And what happened? Don King, what I heard was from a friend of mine told me that he saw Don stand up and he was frustrated. He had an angry face. And then I had to look at the tapes and see that the guy in my corner stuck something on my nose. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was in the ring, I slapped his hand away. And I told him, what the hell you putting in my nose? He ain't put no shit on my nose. I don't need nothing wrong with me. I ain't tired or nothing like that. I ain't bleed. So why you messing with my nose? And he told, just clean it out. Which is BS. So, and then I go out there and all of a sudden I get dizzy. And Trinidad runs up and hits me. Come here. So I tell everybody, all you gotta do is watch that fight. You when I go back in round 4, you watch this guy shove something on my nose, start wiping my nose out for what? And then all of a sudden I get dizzy and I go down. And then you watch him after the fight try to insinuate that I threw the fight. He goes in there and say, oh, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know why he did that. I have no idea why he went down. To try to make it look like I threw the fight. Why would I throw a fight that I'm winning? It makes no damn sense.
Okay, listen to this. I'm glad you brought that up. There's a lot of discrepancies about Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want, every chance I get, I want to get ex-boxers or anybody in the boxing game, their opinion on how do you feel about the theory that's going on about the glove, about Tyson Fury glove that was used the night of the fight, and some that was allegedly supposed to have been placed inside the glove. And this is like a 3-part question. I want to know, how do you feel about Deontay Wilder firing Mike Breland behind the fight, for him stopping the fight? And then you answer them two, and then I'll come back to you.
Well, first of all, Wilder the way he thinks about himself and who he is, he's way too overconfident about what he thinks he can do. He acts as if he's been a champion, in a sense, like a Sugar Ray Leonard or something like that, when he ain't even close. He's basically a baby in boxing. Instead of learning, he thinks he knows. So he's careless, and he goes out there and he throws punches, throws caution to the wind, and has no real idea what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You need a guy like Mark Breland in his corner that knows what he's doing and understands how to maneuver a guy around the ring, how to manipulate a guy around the ring. But you got guys that's overruling Breland. Breland is not really in control of the corner. And that's what's killing Wilder's career. You won't put the man who knows what he's talking about in charge of the corner. You got him looking like he's in charge of the corner, but you got this knucklehead in the back, sitting on the side, telling, "This is what I want you to do," and then you got the fighter listening to him and say, "Listen to Breland." Breland is the one with the knowledge. Breland is the one that's been in the ring before. This other clown ain't been in the ring. He one of them guys, one of them couch potato trainers. They got him in the background doing all the talking. See, well, most people don't know that. Because I'm like, well, Mark Breland is a trainer, and I know Mark Breland. I sparred with Mark Breland. You know what I'm saying? He is very smart in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. And I'm like, I couldn't believe that Wilder looks that badly with Mark Breland training him. Because Mark Breland was a really good fighter. You know, he just got caught up in the money factor, which a lot of people do when they start making big money. They make the injections for them to the point where it's like, you got a ton of money, they forget you know what I'm saying? And they start trying to live that life before it happens. Now, a lot of fighters get caught up like that. But, you know, Mark Breland is a very smart fighter, and when I saw Wilder fight like he was, I said, "What the hell? Mark Breland can't be training this guy because he don't know what he's doing." Now I find out Mark Breland was the guy who was supposed to look like he's the head trainer, but he wasn't. You know, so that explains why he's not the kind of quality fighter that everybody thought he was. You know, the games that these guys are playing to, you know, try to push and placate what's going on, and you know what I'm saying. That's what I hate about the game. You try to create recognition, you know, to a fighter by using somebody else's name. You know what I'm saying, but not actually letting him do the real work. You want to put some other guy in there doing the work in the background and pay him a bunch of money when you got Breland just being there as the face, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should know that this man is the trainer and is the trainer. Not have a guy in the background trying to create a name for himself. You know what I'm saying? So he can come out and say he's a good trainer. The same thing like they did with what's the boy name there? Angelo Dundee. Angelo Dundee ain't no shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? He talk like he this that another. He worked my corner one time, and he's trying to tell me what to do. And I was down like, man, please. I wasn't listening to him. I was listening to my trainer. And he's telling me, oh, he getting in the ring trying to tell me how to fight. And I'm like, I got this under control. I don't need you to tell me shit. You know, I did what I needed to do. I ain't listening to his dumb ass. He ain't had no idea what I was doing. You know, but he got like over the corner. I'm like, motherfucker, they just brought you in here temporary. You ain't in here, you ain't my trainer or nothing like that. I don't know why you talking like you are. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, when you come in somebody else's corner, you gotta earn the respect of the fighter. Number one, but didn't even listen to you. You don't talk to me like, you my doctor and no shit like that. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? When you try to act like you gonna take my trainer's position, I'm gonna cut you off like right there. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much. I ain't gonna hear shit you got to say. I'm gonna listen to my trainer and my trainer only. So you just blowing wind.
Okay.
So
Champ, not to get off subject.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the theory about the glove, Fury glove? Do you believe?
I've seen it happen plenty of times.
Okay.
Plenty of times.
Okay.
I've seen it happen. So I mean, it could be definitely a possibility because they do that in the game. They try to do it to me one time. They brought me these raggedy ass gloves. You know what I'm saying? And they brought the other guy because my gloves turned out that my gloves were a lot heavier than his.
Right.
And we didn't find that out till I told my trainer because they came in there making sure I had these gloves, these certain gloves. So I'm like, where the fuck get all in here checking on my gloves and making sure what I got on. You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck y'all ain't go in there and let somebody from my camp go in there and check on these other guys' gloves? Because it was like a curtain between our dressing rooms.
Right.
So I was like, get the fuck out of here. I said, man, go check and see what the hell them gloves look like. So he go in there and he looked. And I said, hell with this shit. I walked in there. And this motherfucker had smaller gloves than I did.
Wow.
They can already put 10s on me and put 8s on him.
Wow.
I said, yeah. I said, this is a joke, right? They were like, yeah. I said, oh, it's not a joke. So you fucking guys is gonna put him in the ring with 8s on, and you got me going in with 10. I said, give me some new fucking gloves. So when they got me some new gloves, so I go in there, I'm fighting this guy that was 10-0 with top rank. So I was his first loss. I beat the living shit out of him. I beat the living shit out of him. And he was like, he was undefeated, all these knockouts. He was 10-1 with no, he was 10-0 with 9 knockouts. 10-0 with 9 knockouts and 1 draw. And he was supposed to fight me, and I took him apart. And they was pissed off because this dude, they were talking about how he was, new to that and up and coming fighter. He was really good and this and another. I banged the shit out of his ass. And he was pissed when I beat him. Because everybody thought he was going to beat him. I beat the shit out of that kid. Unfortunately, the kid never got over that. And that was the end of him. But the kid was a good fighter. He was a good little fighter. I don't know why he must have took it too hard, that loss, because he just never was the same. Certain guys, I don't know how they take a loss and they just fall apart. I don't know why. Anybody can lose a fight. And when you get in a fight, especially a guy like me, I just fell apart a long time ago. All the robberies, every time you turn around, they were stealing fights from me like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I could fight, and I knew I could be world champion. I wasn't going to let nobody stop me from achieving that goal, no matter what they wanted to do. I said, I'm going to keep chopping until I get there.
You touched on some earlier when you said your ring, your trainer, somebody tried to give you something in your corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was another thing that was speculated from Deontay Wilder. They were saying that his water might have been tampered. Can you explain, or do you know any incidents of that happening to you or other boxers that you know of?
Well, I tell you, the Trinidad fight was done. It was done to me in a Trinidad fight, and from what I hear, I can't say for definitely is what happened. It was a fight in New York. A guy that I knew in New York that was pretty cool, and he fought, and I heard that they put some up his nose, and they was giving him like the water. They put something in the water. I don't know if that was true or not. You know what I'm saying? But they said that's what they was doing. Then I heard another thing. You know, the rumors are that Aaron Pryor was mixing his water with something and drinking it, and it was giving him energy. So he just that spurt that he come out and he started throwing a million punches. They said that they was putting something in his water, but you can't. There's no way in the world you can, make sure that's a fact or if it's fiction. You don't know. You just hear these things that come out, and see, I know about me because I was there. And it happened to me, and they sent me to the hospital, and the doctor told me that, he gave me a shot of adrenaline, and she told me that's the perfect way. You know what I'm saying? If anybody if they can mess you up, they can use all they gotta do is use adrenaline because your body produces adrenaline. You know what I'm saying? So when you inject more adrenaline into the body, that's dangerous. That's what they told me. He said, "Yeah, give you that spike of energy, but it's also dangerous because it could give you a heart attack as well." So, I had that incident happen to me, and my trainer tried to blame it on the other guy. So I watched the tapes. And the other guy ain't come nowhere near me that round. He was the one that stuck the swab up my nose. Not the third. He tried to say it was the third man in the corner had the adrenaline bottle. No, I saw him with the adrenaline bottle, put it in his jacket pocket. And then we get in the ring, and I didn't know he used it. You know what I'm saying? And then he tried to blame it on the other man in the corner. The third man in the corner tried to say, "Oh, he was the one with the swab," because he knew I saw the swab and he had the swab in his hand. He tried to tell me the other guy gave him the swab. No, it didn't happen like that. He had that swab. He didn't get it from nobody else. He's the one that swabbed my nose. He's the one that had the swab in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, I seen it happen to him. I seen it happen to other people. I mean, this game is dirty. It's one of the dirtiest games out there, and it's probably not as bad as it used to be, but it's still pretty bad. Hello?
Yeah, we still here, Champ.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we hear that, Champ.
I just the thing that really ticks me off is these referees and these judges that play games in the sport. You know what I'm saying? They help these people corrupt the sport even worse. And they take their little chump change to go home. We go in there, we bleeding and getting hit upside the head and risking our lives to make a few dollars to be able to take care of our family. And these bastards ain't getting hit with nothing. They sitting on the side trying to manipulate and control who wins and loses. You know what I'm saying? It's just not right, and nobody wants to fix it. Nobody wants to clean it up because everybody's gonna get a piece. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's getting a piece of the little money that's coming out, and there's so much money being made in boxing, but they're killing the sport. On top of that, they're killing the sport by doing the things that they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And they want to pick and choose who can win and who's going to lose. You can't do that because that's going to kill the sport. Period. I want to see nothing I know. If I turn the TV on, all I got to do is look at the fighters and I know who's going to win and lose. You know what I'm saying? Then they got the fights that come on now. When you watch them, give me a break. Like, watch any of Floyd's boys. Any of them. Which one of them guys going to fight somebody that's a quality fighter? Ever.
Yeah, Champ. So
I watch them fight. Everybody they fight is bums. When they gonna fight tomorrow? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yes, it sure is, champ. Hey, champ, who are some of your favorite fighters that fighting today?
Huh?
I said, who are some of your favorite fighters that fight today? Could you hear me, champ? Yeah. Yeah, who are your favorite fighters that fight today? Yeah.
Well, some of my favorite fighters that are fighting nowadays, I can't remember this kid's name. I trained him once. He fights for Floyd. What's the guy's name? Is a lightweight?
Tank Davis?
Not Tank. Tank is built a big than what he is. The other kid is little. He's taller than Tank. He's a lot smoother than Tank too. He's light skinned, lanky. I trained him once. I used to train him, and his dad took him because his dad, when I came late a couple of times, his dad told me, I'm not serious, and took him out. I said, and we got along real well. I just can't remember his name.
Devin Haney.
Huh? Devin Haney. That boy is good. Now him, with the right trainer, he could be something. I mean, he could be really something. If his dad wouldn't have been an asshole, I guarantee you, he right now he be considered one of the best in the world because I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? If a fighter can learn half the shit I know, ain't nobody out there nowadays gonna be able to stop. You know what I'm saying? And Haney he picks up, he's smart, he's fast. You know what I'm saying? We spar with each other and you know, he adapted well and I was like, damn, did I get this kid? You know what I'm saying? And I teach him what I know, it ain't nobody gonna be able to stop him. You know, and you know, I was just getting to teach him to show him a little bit of stuff. And I could tell he liked what I was saying, what I was teaching, how I was teaching him, you know what I'm saying? The direction that I was going in with him. He could have picked up my style. There wouldn't be nobody out there now that could touch him. You know what I'm saying? But I watch him and he's starting to get sloppy. He's not sharp like he should be. It's just like they're going backwards, they're not going forwards. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see him really improving to be one of them players that's going to be, you know, so really devastating where he can come out and make tons of money. Like that Sugar Ray Leonard money and stuff like that. I just don't see it because it's like, you know, people gotta when you do damage to them, when you put it on a person, you're supposed to have that, you know what I'm saying, that star feeling. And when I watch him play, I just don't see it. You know, he's too nonchalant about it. He's still, you know, laid back. Same thing with Tank. Tank gets in there. When thing about Tank is he gets mad. He seems like he gets angry and starts, you know, fighting when he gets angry. But when he's not angry, he bullshits. And I'm like, come on, man. What kind of boxing is it? When I'm in the ring, I'm always angry. You know what I'm saying? I want to kill a motherfucker until that last round bell rings. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts. That's how I am. I ain't trying to be you. I'm trying to get you.
Kill a motherfucker.
No, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, I don't want to give you a chance. I want to put you down and don't want to have no chance of you getting up. If you got a chance to get up, you got a chance to hit me with a lucky shot and beat. And that's why I say I want to kill you. I want to put you down, make sure you don't get up at all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Champ, Yeah, champ. Tell me about the time that you was getting ready to have a fight, and you were so anxious that you couldn't wait to get in the ring, and you saw the guy at the press conference or the weigh-in, and you just said, "As soon as I see him, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker."
Man, who was that? I think wasn't that Bramble? I think it was Bramble. I don't know. I can't remember. I told you, but did I tell you the name of that fighter? I know I said that shit about Bramble a couple times. I don't like that piece of shit. I don't like him at all. But it was only two fighters that I didn't like. Bramble was one of them, and who was the guy I was about to beat the living shit out? I can't remember. He's from Washington. I think that's what you're talking about. Guy from Washington. Yeah. After the fight, I chased his ass down. I was gonna kill that motherfucker for real. But he was talking about he would beat my ass and this and another. I chased that motherfucker down the hallway. He ran in the door and slammed the door shut and locked it. I said, man, if I ever catch up with that piece of shit, because I really wanted to hurt him. I can't remember this guy's name. I beat him first time we fought. I beat the shit out of him, and he wouldn't give me a rematch, but he kept talking shit. So I chased his ass down the hall, and he locked himself in the room. I couldn't believe that shit. Hey, yo, fighter, you lock yourself in the room? That shit is a trip. But Washington fighters are a lot of mouth. That's what I learned from fighting in Washington. I fought there 5 times, and they do a lot of talking, and that's all. They don't have no backbones. Everybody there, most of them talk shit, and they ain't got nothing to back it up. I had respect for what's his name? What's this guy's name? Light-skinned kid, was real good, lightweight. I can't remember his name. Sean something. Was it Sean?
Sean Bay Mitchell.
Sean Bay Mitchell. I had a lot of respect for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't gonna fight me at all. He told me, hell no. Because I went to watch. I said, why don't we settle up? Why don't we fight next? Nah, bro, I ain't fighting you, man. No, I'm sorry. I was like, they don't want to fight. Why the fuck you don't want to fight, man? That's what we supposed to do, right? Yeah. Nah, bro, I ain't fighting you. I was like, please. Because they was telling me ain't nobody watching it. When you fight a guy from Washington, you better be ready. Because I said, man, say that bullshit for somebody who give a damn. Because y'all motherfuckers talk all that shit, and y'all ain't got no balls, just like the rest of the motherfuckers that's in my weight class. I call all you jokers out from lightweight to welterweight, and none of y'all want to fight, so I'm going to hear that bull crap. But you talk to Washington, people in Washington, they all killers. I was like, the only time I see y'all being killers is out on the street. You know what I'm saying? Y'all shoot and kill each other like that. That ain't no thing to brag about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get y'allself together and, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't brag on doing no damage to, when I'm out on the street. I brag on doing damage when I'm in the ring because that's what I'm paid to do damage. You know what I'm saying? But street-wise, that ain't going nowhere. So why would you even talk like that? Guys gotta learn, a lot of these people still ain't learned all this bullshit they do on the streets with the shooting and killing each other. You ain't doing them killing each other, doing these hateful white folks a favor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you killing your own for what? That's your brother. I don't want to kill my brother. I want to help my brother. That's what I always did when I was in boxing. I would go to schools, talk to the kids, try to make sure they go in a different direction than I did when I was younger. Because somebody got to do it. It's like, because nowadays more than any other time, they're just not getting the parental guidance. You know what I'm saying? And it's partially because our people don't have that. Can't you gotta pay bills. You out working all the time, and kids end up raising themselves mostly. And it's a shame, but yeah, we got to do something to keep them off the street.
Yeah.
At least I had a gym to go to, and I used to be able to go to the basketball gym and play ball. They had places to go, the YMCA, stuff like that. Those places like that in a lot of places around the country. In Miami, half of them are closed down. Half the boxing gyms are closed down. And it's like they don't give a damn about the kids. They're getting the money for it, but they're not setting it up for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Taking the money and doing something else with it. It ain't being used for what it's supposed to be used for. Because too many kids out there getting shot and killed trying to sell drugs, you know what I'm saying, or trying to be a tough guy and stuff like that, instead of trying to, learn a trade, go to school. That kind of stuff is not even talked about, in a lot of hoods and stuff like that. They talk about, beating some nigga up or being stupid. I said, and the grown people, where are you at? We're just not doing it for ourselves. I think it's ridiculous. Because all I want to do is get back home to my gym and start training my boxers. Start working with my fighters. The kids that I usually work with. That's what I love to do. Teach the kids, get out there, learn how to defend yourself. Keep that crap to yourself. Don't be out there trying to prove nothing. You ain't no tough guy. Because the first time I hear one of you jokers out here fighting, you're out of here. I'm not going to be teaching you to be on the street being a fool. Or be on the street selling drugs. Or proving you a tough guy. Ain't no such thing as a tough guy. The most time you want to be tough, you're going to prove you bad, you end up dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Be out there, look out for yourself. Don't be out there trying to be bad, jumping in your brother's face, talking about this, that, and other. Try to get yourself together, go to school, you know what I'm saying? Learn, get yourself a decent job, get the hell up out of this neighborhood. That's what I like to do with my kids.
Yes, sir. Somebody in the chat asked, Champ, what was your best KO that you had?
The best one?
Yeah.
I don't think I had a best. I mean, it was a ton of them. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to. I can tell you that my dream fight was De La Hoya, but he was a coward. He wasn't fighting, so that was,
What was your most memorable?
He's trying to make a comeback, but I doubt if he'll fight me.
What was your most?
I crushed that punk.
What was your most memorable knockout then?
Sam Fuente. Me, that's the one. See, I remember when me and Tony Lopez fought. It was a horrendous knockout. But me and Tony friends now. You know what I'm saying? And he shocked me when he told me that because my wife was pregnant for that fight and his wife was pregnant too. Same amount of months. Both of us was 6 months pregnant. And we both had our kids. He had a girl, I had a boy. So we laugh about it, you know what I'm saying? That we went out there fighting. Why we fought so hard, but that was why we fought so hard. We had our families. We had to feed our families. So, one of us was going down, you know what I'm saying, one way or the other. I mean, we put it on each other for, and I had all the respect in the world for him. I had more respect for him than I had for most of the fights I've been in the ring with, because this man took my best and told me, fuck you. You ain't walking out here with no win. You're going to have to take it. And I had to. You know what I'm saying? I have more respect for him because, the majority of guys I do that kind of damage to just quit. Say, fuck it. He ain't getting back up for that. He ain't getting. He said, I'm going to keep getting them until I get you out of there. Or vice versa. And I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't get out of the ring and say, oh, I got robbed and all that. Even though the people booed when they stopped it, he didn't get out of the ring and say he got robbed and they sold that fight from me like a lot of guys do. When I beat him, I knocked him out. Like the guy that I knocked out in the first round, he was that. You remember I told you about that middleweight I knocked out in the first round?
Right.
It was Freddie. I knocked him out. He said that, I cheated, and this, that, and the other. You lost the fight, just let it go and go about your business. You know what I'm saying? Even when I get ripped off, in a fight, I tell somebody I thought I won, but I ain't gonna keep going about it. I got Ryan, whatever. Like when I lost to Rafael Rellis, he knew he lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in his face. And every time we talk about it, I laugh at him. He tell me, that's why I beat you. Yes, you beat me. And I just laugh. This is a joke. His own people know he didn't beat me. They told me on the night of the fight that he didn't beat me, but they glad he won. I said, but see, that doesn't say anything about me. It says something about you. Because if you look up to him, how you going to look up to a fighter who just lost? And you know he lost, but you're saying how good he is. So that don't make no sense. How can you have respect for a guy that they cheated for? I can't. I don't want nobody cheating. If I get a win, I want the win because I won the fight, not because somebody gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? If somebody gives me a win, I can't accept it because I'm like, if I don't think I won that fight, I don't think I won that fight. And I'm not going to take credit. I'm not going to brag about it because I didn't win. But a guy that can sit up and brag about the fact that he knows they sold a fight to somebody, he ain't no fighter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because guys that truly believe in this game can't accept a fight that they didn't win. But these guys nowadays, they can pretty much accept anything. I still don't feel like there's any real fighters left. I was looking forward to seeing what's the guy's name? Haney. I'm still looking forward to seeing him. Hopefully he can, turn and become a real true champion in the sense that his knowledge, he'll grow in knowledge and learn from find a better trainer, and because he's a good kid. He's a real good kid, and I like him, and I appreciated working with him for the few days that we did work. I really want to teach him a lot. I would have taught him a hell of a lot. But, you got these fathers who think they know what's best, and they have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because if he would have been with me, he would have been a knockout puncher. He wouldn't be slapping like Floyd Mayweather does. Because Floyd punches like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just flat out say it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no punch. So, I mean, I'm just saying like it is. He ain't, and I know why he wouldn't fight me, and he knows why he wouldn't fight me. So he can say he's one of the best ever, and he ain't nowhere in hell. You know what I'm saying? He going down in my book as pound for pound anything. Now he can be a good fighter. He's definitely a good fighter. I cannot say nothing about that. He'll beat most, but I can't call him a pound for pound anything.
Well,
he's a good fighter. He belonged at the top of our game, but pound for pound, no.
What year was it you was calling him out, champ?
Every year since he came out of the amateur.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So you were saying you put it on his uncle, you put it on him.
Yeah, I mean, I knocked his uncle's ass out. I would knock his ass out. You know what I'm saying? If his daddy was around, I'd bang his daddy up because his daddy couldn't beat me.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? He was a real good fighter, but he couldn't beat me.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Leonard put it on him, but Leonard's okay. I'll beat Leonard's ass. You already know that. But I went to Ray's gym. I was looking forward to sparring his punk ass. And as soon as I get ready to get in the ring with him, you know, I was training, warming up, waiting for him to come in. He comes in, and then what they do, all of a sudden he's sparring somebody else. He's not going to spar me. Everybody in the gym was waiting for him, for me to see me and Ray Leonard get in the ring and spar that day. Everybody stayed around waiting. Ray walked in and watched me beating on the bag. All of a sudden, we not sparring today. So I'm like, what the fuck? You know, oh no, Ray gonna work with this guy, you know, because he, you know, I forgot what excuse they used, but it was something about him. He was supposed to be getting ready to make a comeback, and this the guy he wants to work with, and all this shit. I was like, look, man, whatever. Say, you know, I'm being here for another 2 weeks. We should be able to spar one of those days. Yeah, we'll work something out. Shit. Ain't never happened. I saw Ray twice more after that, and that was it. I ain't see him no more. So I thought you said Ray was fighting. Oh, yeah, you know, but he trains later. so he changed the time to come in the gym, you know, so he don't have to spar me. I was like, fuck it, you know, whatever.
Hey, champ, he didn't want no smoke with you, man.
Oh, he'd have got, that's exactly what he would have got, smoke. Burn his ass up like, I don't look forward to banging on him. So, I mean, that would have made my name. If I could have sparred with Ray Leonard and busted him up, you know, that'd have given me a better chance of making more money in the game just by having that out there. But they weren't gonna let that happen.
Man.
Everybody I saw with in Ray's gym, I beat the shit out. Ray heard that. Never was fun.
So champ, if they offered you a 60-40 deal, would you take it to fight them?
60-40 for
who? Sugar Ray.
Shit, hell yeah, I took that fight. I'll beat the shit out of him and I got over it next time. Wouldn't be mad. Yeah, give me 64 and I'll knock his ass out, and then I would say, okay, now who gets 64? You know what I'm saying? 70 and 30.
There you go. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, because they're like I try to tell these guys, you gotta know how. You can't just watch the boxing matches. You gotta learn the game. You know what I'm saying? The money, how it's set up, how things are run, all that you gotta learn. Because if you don't learn that, you ain't gonna know what you're worth. You have to know what it's worth to you and what it's worth to the promoter. Because if you don't have no idea, you know one, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know them both. You can't know one or the other. You gotta know them both. How much you should get, how much that fight is worth, how much money they gonna make after you fight this guy, and they gonna be putting it back on TV or rerunning the show, re-showing it on television. All that makes them money. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find out how you get your piece of that money. You know, and they always, like in the contracts, they say, oh, you know, this is what you get, and then like that, and then it's like where like when you sign a contract and you like I had a 4-fight deal with Time Ain't Promotions. Then it's like after 3 championship wins, I got a piece of everything that comes out of that fight. So that means I got an extra 15% comes to me from the whole purse. Everything they made out of that fight, from hot dogs or whatever they sold for that fight, I get a piece of it. And that's why Top Rank stole my belt from it, because I knew about money, I knew what to ask for, and they weren't gonna give me all that. So they got me ripped off. So, they made sure I wouldn't get that money. Because that Reynolds fight was the third defense. If I had my successful third defense, I could ask them for, 10%, 50%, whatever we could negotiate. You know what I'm saying? They would have had to give me. You know what I'm saying? And I would have got, and not only would I get my purse, I'd get my purse plus whatever they made off the whole show. If they show that show, and if they sell a fight over in Europe, I get a piece of that. They sell wherever country they sell it, or wherever they sell it, whoever plays it, whoever's watching it, I get a piece of it. They didn't want to give me that. See, and that's the problem where a lot of fighters nowadays don't even know about that kind of shit and get screwed out of that kind of money. They just looking at money that they get. I don't even know if Tyson was getting that money. I don't know, because if he was, well, I'm pretty sure. I can assume he wasn't, because if he was getting that kind of money, he would never have to come back to box. You know what I'm saying? Because if you make if you got $100 million for your comeback fight, and you got 10% of whatever money that made, wherever they sold it all around the world, after that one fight, he never has to fight again. How could he go broke?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you get a piece of them selling that fight to whomever and wherever it goes, that fight was seen all over the place. So he's getting a percentage of that. That man should never had to work again. So he got beat out of a ton of money. I mean, he's still gonna be one of the fighters that made the most money ever. Because white folks like watching a dumb black man. Black man acts ignorant all the time and always bragging about himself, talking about stuff that's stupid and doing some goddamn ignorant shit. That's why they love seeing him on TV. The first thing they do is sit back and laugh. Look at this clown, this monkey. That's what they do with Mike. On TV and let them become an asshole and have white folks sit back home laughing at them. They love that. Find some simple ass motherfucker and make him a lot of money, and then white folks sit back and laugh. See, look at this dumb nigga on TV. He gonna make all that money. What do he do? Buy cars and houses and this and another. He ain't got no common sense. He don't take care of nothing. He don't do nothing. Just sit around, act stupid, and do dumb shit. And they get a kick out of that. Then they talking about he got a college diploma, a college degree. Really? He got a college degree. I mean, you bought one, but that don't mean nothing. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? Just for, I don't know. It just amazes me how my brothers go for all this bullshit that these people throw up on them and don't realize they use me as a circus pet. And you know what I'm saying? They sit back laughing at you because they say, "Oh, look at this clown! Look at this fool! Look what he's doing now!" And he run around, he treating his women. The one thing I hate the most about us, we put these videos on and have our women dance all over the place with their ass out. You know what I'm saying? Exploiting these beautiful sisters that we have. Ain't no way in the world you can't put a sister on TV with the bodies that they have on, with their clothes covering them up. You don't have to have a long dress on them blocking everything. You can have clothes covering them up and don't have it. You don't have to have it real tight. You can have it just a nice outfit. You know what I'm saying? But you got it with a breast out, with a behind out, and you parading them all on TV for everybody to see. And then you wonder why these bastards jump on. See these tramps and these whores. That's all black women are. They get on TV and dance with their behinds out there. But they say that about us. But when it's a white girl, it's totally different. Oh, she's making that money. She's you know, doing real well. She's a top actress, or she's one of them dancers. You know that, and you see how she does, and what she does is so unique. You know, it's two talks for every race is a different speech for white folks. It's crazy. Any more questions?
No, I did have one, but I totally slipped my mind just now. Oh, I was gonna say, did you ever have a relationship with Don King? And if you did, how was the relationship with you, with you and him?
If he didn't give me what I want, fuck him. That's my relationship.
Oh man, so what do you mean by that, champ? Far as if he didn't give you what you want, you know, you mean far as if you ask for,
I'm with Don King because he was the man that makes you the money.
Yeah.
When I found out that he was just using my name to put me in with guys and try to make other fighters' names off of beating me, I told him to kiss my ass. So and I'm number one contender, and he's putting everybody else before me, and I'm the number one contender in the world. So I tell him, man, fuck you, man. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to fight for the title. You keep giving all these other clowns shots at the championship. You got Frankie Randall ready to be beaten because Frank was doing all these drugs. He was all out of control. I could have went in there and beat him and took that belt. No, he let this guy from France win the WBA championship. Because this France guy that couldn't fight for shit beat Frankie because Frankie was gone. He wasn't the same fighter anymore. And that bothered me because I liked Frankie. He was a good cat. He just got caught up, man. Sometimes, I mean, in this sport, in any sport, when you start making money, when you start getting in the limelight, you can get caught up quick and easy. And everybody, oh man, that's bullshit, man. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get you hooked. Anybody can get you slammed out. You know what I'm saying? And like, don't even women. You know, half the time they the ones that had you on that road down to the bottom. She was a fine ass woman. She's beautiful. She got a sexy body. She look like man, damn. You know what I'm saying? And when she slip you, she tell you, here, try this. You try it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had that good love making and shit all night, and then, you know what I'm saying, she get you to try it again, next thing you know, you hooked. And everybody can do whatever they want with you. Get you to do this, get you to do that, get you to sign this. You know what I'm saying? And me, that's why they didn't like me. Because when I fought, I got on the plane and went home. You know what I'm saying? And my wife, my ex-wife rather, she didn't understand I didn't want the life. I had the life that I wanted. And that was her and my kids. But she's swearing to God I'm cheating on her. I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I never questioned you about cheating on me, but every time I come home, you tell me, oh, this, how, you know, you claim about me trying to cheat on you because some other girl looking at me or some other girl cheering for me. I said, I'm a fighter. If she likes the way I fight, she's going to cheer for me to win. Do you think she's going to cheer for the other guy because, you know what I'm saying, she likes me, but she's going to cheer for the other guy? It's fucking crazy. I got plenty of fans. And yes, there's plenty of women out there that want to date me, but I come home. You know what I'm saying? How many fighters you know, as soon as the fight's over, they go on the plane and come home the next day? Shit. Most of these fighters be staying home. Like, I know one of my boys just stay home for, after the fight, he stay up in Vegas for a week. And come home and he had half the money that he had when he got paid. Man, motherfucker, how you gonna get paid 15 grand? Then you come home with 6. Where you spend it? He going to all them dance clubs and these whore houses and all that kind of shit. I said, man, you married with kids and you doing that bullshit? Crazy as hell. I just don't see. I'm like, when you got a good marriage, what you out there doing all that other shit for? It didn't make no sense to me, so I came home. I wanted to get home and take my kids out and shower, grab my kids, my boys, so they got home, give them a hug, and we, go to the mall and hit every game store in there, and then go play some video games on our own, and then eat something, and I would just have so much fun with my kids when I got home. That was all. I had everything I needed when I was married, and then when it fell apart, I went on my way. I didn't want to argue, didn't want to fight. I just went on my way. So if I stayed with my boys, I take care of my boys, and that's all I care about. They both grown now. Well, I'm still, just out there doing his thing. And my oldest is, he got his own family. He got 2 babies now. Well, he got 1 and 1 on the way. So
that's what's up.
She's getting close. He going through hell now. You know how it is. When they get pregnant, you going through hell. I don't know. I only know 2 guys that had one of them quiet pregnancies and shit, where their wives don't put them through everything. See, my age, I used to, man, she wake me up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning talking about she hungry. So I'll go downstairs and get you something to eat. No. What do you mean no? I don't want nothing downstairs. What the fuck? We got food in the house? No, I want you to go to the store and get me this. Now I gotta find a store at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning that sells it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at her, why I can't go downstairs because I don't want nothing downstairs. All right, let me get dressed. And I'm out here drive to 3 o'clock in the fucking morning trying to find the shit that she wants. And I better not come home without it. That shit tripped me out, man. I had one of them crazy women. She get a craving in the middle of the goddamn morning and shit. You got to get up and go get that shit. I was like, damn, this shit. And then she'd be whining about everything, and Uncle Condoran, and I was like, wow. If having a kid was going to be this bad, I wouldn't have begged for it. But, when I had my son, it was, wow, that was a trip. Lady told me, you want to hold the baby? I said, hell no. Give it to the mother. She's like, this your kid. You don't want to hold it now, right now? So she handed the baby to my ex. Because me, I'm clumsy. I did not want to hold a baby that small. She was like, why you want to hold the kid? I said, because I know how I am. I'm clumsy. I'm one of them guys. I might squeeze him a little too tight. Or you hold on to him until he gets bigger. I didn't start picking him up till he was about 6 months. Big old fat thing in 6 months. That joke was running all over the place. I'm like, shit. Because I walked at 5 months, and he walked at 6. So, man, I was like, man, this joke, he was, a big boy too. He wasn't that big when he was born. He was 6'5". I was 8'5". He was 6'5". I was 8'5". But he's still bigger than me, though.
Yes, indeed.
Shit like that is why, that's why I like family shit. I like help people, help families out, help the kids. That's most important to me. Help kids out.
Yes, indeed.
Get them some, I don't want none of these kids to be like I used to have to defend kids in school. That, the kids that come to school and nerds, everybody picking on them and pushing them around because they're not good fighters and stuff like that. See, and I used to protect most of the kids they used to go to lunch with me and, stop the guys from taking their lunch money. So like that, I don't know why I would take that kind of responsibility on myself, but I would. I just didn't like seeing it.
Yeah. Hey, champ. Yeah, champ. Tell me a little bit about what you got coming up in the future. What you're working on there, champ.
Well, I'm working on trying to get back to Florida so I can start this. I'm trying to get this. I got a few fighters up there. I'm trying to get them work, and I'm trying to get my young boys out off the ground. My young amateur fighters, get them on point. And I haven't been able to get back to Florida because of the coronavirus. And so I mean, they supposed to be jumping on it right now, trying to get this thing under control. Which I think we still got a ways to go. Excuse me, I think we still got a ways to go before we get it under control. So, I just want to get back and get to help my kids out. I talked to some of the guys I used to train when they were young kids, and they all say that they appreciate me for what I did for them, and they got families now. It's tripped me out. One of my boys is showing me he got married, he got a daughter, and he teaching her how to box. He was showing me how she knows how to throw punches. I cracked down laughing. Yeah, you better get her ready. She might be using on her boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Because you might get stupid. I said, but you better tell her to turn that shot over when she throw that right hand, because you want to knock him out, because you hit a man and he don't go out. You're in trouble. So she crack him. She got to put him down. So, but I know a girl that knocked this dude out around my way when I was coming up. She was crazy though. That girl she was fighting everybody, men, police, everybody. And she finally ran into one dude that put her down. But then they ended up together. That was weird. Yeah, I guess she said she found a man that could knock her ass out. That's what she wanted. I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I was about 15 at the time, so. So as long as I can help kids out and I can help, them be able to get through, growing up and not having nobody picking on them and causing them to, become around like me. I had to go. I was like, shit, if I'm gonna get my ass up and keep going to school, I'm gonna work the same way to school. And if the guy messes with me, I'm gonna fight him every single time that I run into him. He want to fight, I'm gonna give him that fight. Win or lose, I don't care. I'm gonna come back the same way. And it happened 3 times until the third time I beat the crap out of him. And then we ended up being friends after that. But I've always been the kind that, I'll defend somebody who can't defend themselves. So I just think when you see somebody just being, somebody being put upon like that, it's time somebody got to step up. You may not know that person, but it don't matter. It could be you. One time it could be you in that situation, and nobody helps you, and you feel helpless. You don't know what you're gonna do, and this joke just beat the crap out of you for no reason, and everybody sit there and watch it. I said, no, I don't want that to happen to me, so I ain't gonna let it happen to nobody else.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to set up. I really want to end up becoming a promoter, a boxing promoter. And I want to do everything the right way. I don't want to do, because they're gonna come after me anyway if I even get close to being able to do that. And I'm an aspiring writer. I'm working on my first book. I have about 5 or 6 different ideas for books. I'm working on one now. I'm halfway through, and I'm trying to finish it up and get it out there. So it's a pretty interesting book. So, about what I've been through in my life. And then I got a book coming out behind that one is a sci-fi story, really. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good book. Pretty good book. I know, my brother is a writer too, so I try to get him to help me out a little bit here and there. But sometimes he get a little busy. I have to, go to my own deal and get it done. So once I'm finished get them out there and try to get them. I just came up with a new idea the other day for another book, so I just jot it down and wait till when it has to, till I get time to write it down and start putting it on paper. I just put it down, put the idea down, and write it up and save it until I'm ready to go. I'm trying to take a little dip into everything, really. So, but my main thing is to help kids out. So that's a big part of everything I'm trying to do. A lot of kids get out there, they want to do something, they want to be able to go to a good school, and what I'm working on now, if I can do what I'm trying to do now, it's going to help kids be able to do things for themselves and don't put a burden on their parents, financially. I'm hoping that's one of the things I'm hoping I can really get off the ground and get it moving.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, any more questions?
No, it's pretty it for me.
Mm-hmm. So we good?
Black Star, you good? Any more questions?
Oh, yeah, man. I was stuck on mute, man. I'm about bad. Something there because I couldn't hear y'all. Something there. Yeah, man. Yeah, Champ was had a lot of things there, man. I was trying to and there was one more I wanted to. I'm having a hard time remembering it now. That I want to ask Champ about, man. Maybe if you still got a little time, Champ. I mean, I don't know.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good on time. I mean, I'm sitting here chilling. I'm by myself today. My father is not here, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know we mentioned about how you was with your money and everything like that, and how you was pretty level headed with yours, man. How did you see some of the other fighters deal with that when they started going from no money to making that money?
You said how
did you see some of the other fighters? Well, how like some of the other they were saying like how some of the other fighters adjusted from making a little bit of money to when they started making the big money. How did they change, or did they not change?
Oh, well, a lot of fighters. Well, you see Floyd. Floyd was, when I saw Floyd, he wasn't even close to the Floyd that you see today. He was a young kid. He was on his way up. He wanted to be famous. He wanted to make the money. He had a determination to become a champion. And he wanted to, the family name was important to him. And keeping the family name up, by being a winner. And, like he comes from pretty much boxing royalty as far as his father is concerned. And he wanted to keep the train going. And then his father, then his uncles. Well, Jeff couldn't fight worth shit. He was the only Mayweather that couldn't fight. So, he tried to get into it. I don't know why, because Jeff was a wizard. As far as mentally in school and stuff like that, Jeff was on point. So Jeff should have just tried to deal with the business end of it and became the promoter from the jump street and handle that part of it instead of getting into it. But he had to call himself defending the Mayweather name and try to jump in the game and got his ass whooped a few times. He really wasn't a fighter. That wasn't him. But all the other ones were. So, everybody else in the Mayweather family has done well in boxing, made good money from boxing, but that's what I want. I want to be able to, get in the sport and hopefully, promote and do a way better job than all these other bastards. Don't even want to come close to being even resembling a Don King. You know what I'm saying? Except for the fact that I do good shows and I do good promotions and I make fighters money. You know what I'm saying? Don did that, but the fact that he had to steal from them anyway, even though a lot of fighters that work on him have made a lot of money. But even though they made a lot of money, he was still stealing from them. And why do you have to do that when you got millions on top of millions and you still stealing? For what? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be nothing like him. Except for the fact that I make money. And I make money. I want to make money the right way, not the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to be able to accuse me of stealing from or be accused me of doing dirty dealings. You can be in sports and you can do things the right way and make tons of money and don't have to steal from nobody. And don't have to get a bad reputation because you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? And kind of Don pretty covered all those aspects of the game. You know, so I mean, and the only thing you can say positive about Don King is he was the best at what he did.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
Everything else is a negative factor. So pretty much he was a raggedy human being, but he was smart when it came to making money.
Yeah, that's big facts there. Champ, like nowadays, fighters have, they lose one time, everybody's ready to scrap them up and throw them in the trash heap like they just done in the States. Now, I remember back in the day when Sports Illustrated had said something about you didn't deserve to be the champ because of your losses. They totally ignore the fact that all of the fighters that you fought, man. I mean, how can they say? I mean, you truly went hit
said that about me a while ago. I didn't even know that. Never saw an article. You know that?
Oh, that's an old article.
Sports Illustrated. Fuck them. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Because Sports Illustrated, if they're just by their name alone, they're supposed to be a respected organization. You know what I'm saying? How does somebody, a respected organization in the game, feel as though you can't turn your career around and go in the right direction if you're in sports? Anything can happen in the game of sports. Anything. So how can you determine one person shouldn't be able to turn his career around and start winning, but I gotta continue to lose just to make them happy? Give me a break. Tell you, Sports Illustrated, the person who wrote that should crack himself in the head. You know what I'm saying? Because that was just it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can change the direction of their life. You know what I'm saying? If they want it and they work for it, they can get it. So you trying to tell me because I was down I was down at the bottom of the game at one point, I shouldn't be allowed to turn my career around and head in the other direction, which is an ignorant statement in its own self.
Exactly. So,
if I'd have saw that article, I would have laughed at that fool and let him know exactly what he needed to know. And that's fuck him.
That's big facts, man. See, that's the thing nowadays. They devalue the fighters that go on to really try to be great. All these guys that's out here with the skirts on and trying to avoid fights and everything like that, they get pushed along. But these guys that's really out there taking on all comers, really trying to be literally what the title says, a champion. They don't really support them like that, and that's just sad to see.
See, these white men have this ideal in their heads, which has always been there, that you can play with the real thing. It don't have to be real. You can make it real. You know what I'm saying? It's not, they don't want you to see the real deal. They say, oh, we can do it this way, and we make you believe one thing, and they can make you believe this is the real deal, and it's not. You know what I'm saying? They play games with people's heads. You know what I'm saying? They want you to think you're getting the best fighters out there, and no, you're getting what they want you to have. You're getting to see more what they don't like the fact that black people are able to make money off sports. So they're trying to manipulate the game and put who they want in place. They want you to say, oh, whatever you're being shown is what's real. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been too many black people making a lot of money in sports. So they got to find a way to cut that out. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to televise it. And white folks are getting tired of us seeing us on TV beating the shit out of a motherfucker, scoring like a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Doing everything in sports, making money, and they don't want, white folks are getting pissed off because they can't go do it too. When you find one or two white athletes that end up at the top of their sport. How many blacks do it? A ton of us. They tired of seeing us playing ball on TV. You find one or two in a bunch of white folks. They get on TV and play just as good as we do. But you don't see them in like us. There's a ton of us running up down courts, but it's a few of them out there. But they still getting paid the most money, but they don't want it. That don't really affect it. They say the more people to watch, the more white folks you put on television, the more white folks will watch TV. So they're trying to cater to themselves. Give a fuck about everybody else. They just want to cater to themselves. Exactly. They want to bring back the white audience and they feel like because so many people and everything's becoming diverse, the white folks are just not watching TV like they used to, because then they got to see everybody else. And they trying to change that. They trying to make sports. They want to turn their sports back to the '60s, where it's all white folks playing. You know what I'm saying? You may find one or two a black man, or maybe one Latino, something like that, or one Asian or two Asians. That's how they trying to bring the old days back, because they done fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And they realize they fucked up way too late. You know what I'm saying? They figure they can bring in all these people and mix all these people in here, give them little bullshit jobs, and we can control this situation, and it's out of control because you got the Latinos that got together and they making tons of money. You got the Orientals who got together and they making tons of money. The only people that haven't come together and start setting up their own shit is us. You know what I'm saying? We got a few things here and there. You got a few religious groups, Muslims. You got the Christians always been here, but you got the Muslims coming up. Then you got these other groups coming up. But the thing is, we're not generating money like we should be. And once we figure that out and start doing it, it's going to get even worse. That's why you see all these white supremacists coming out of the woodwork. Talking about with this, that, and other, what they gonna do, and this, that, and other, what they gotta stop, because they don't want to see us doing anything. So they satisfied with what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That you're not out here. We out here murdering and killing each other with some bullshit drugs. You know what I'm saying? In the end, it's going to kill you anyway. Then working to bring our families and make them stronger, to build our neighborhoods up. We ain't doing that, so they really, you know what I'm saying? The only thing we doing that's a detriment to them is we fucking. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We fucking too much. And they ain't. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, and they try to say, it's us. It's not us. You know what the problem is, right? I can tell you what the problem is right now, why white folks are shrinking. Can you tell me?
No.
All right, let me answer that question.
Right.
They fucking everybody else's woman except for their own. You know what I'm saying? And their women are fucking everybody else because they won't fuck them. Their women want them. You know what I'm saying? They want everybody else's woman. And that's why they looking up and they saying, oh shit, we're gonna be outnumbered, in a short period of time. You know what I'm saying? Our numbers are wearing thin, and these motherfuckers, having babies like a motherfucker. Everybody say, white folks ain't having babies, see, but they ain't telling you what the truth is. The truth is not that they're not having babies. The truth is they're not having babies with white women. That's the truth. They fucking everybody else's woman but their own. Now they start going home and start fucking. They can, you know, they do a lot better, but they don't want to do that. They feel like they can bang anybody else's woman, but you can't touch theirs. So what their woman supposed to do? She gonna go get some. She gonna let you tell her she can't get none for nobody but somebody like you. You know what I'm saying? She gonna go get hers, whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just laugh. I said, you can't tell a woman, oh, I can fuck everybody else, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? But their problem is they feel like, you know, they can do what they want to do, and they're saying, and they marrying all these. They marry Orientals, they marry blacks, they marry, you know what I'm saying, Italians, anything. You don't see them marrying people from their own race. Why are you fucking everybody else's girls, but you won't deal with your own? So, you know, if they saying but you see brothers and sisters, we fucking up a storm with our own women. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna stay around long? How you gonna stay around that long? You're not messing with your own women. That's crazy. And then they blame us. They blame us because we having babies. Ain't nobody tell you to start. Nobody told you to mess with everybody else's woman but your own. You chose to do that. But you get mad and start saying it's our fault. And it's ridiculous. But, you know, it's too late for them to realize that now.
Sir Ken in the chat said, ask Champ what is his thoughts on Canelo and what does he feel about where does he
started laughing?
No, he said what are your thoughts on Canelo and how do you feel that careers are as a force to be reckoned with?
So like the Charlo.
Oh, it's my bad. I said Charlo. I said Canelo. I'm over to the Charlo. They talking about the Charlo brothers. My bad.
Oh, the Charlo brothers?
Yes, sir.
Well, I can tell you about the Charlo brothers. They okay. That's it. They ain't nothing special. They okay. They're good fighters. It ain't nothing special about them. Number one, the problem with the Charlo brothers is they have a tendency to start wars in a fight when they can, you know, they don't have to make the fights. The fights that they have, they make them tougher than they should be. You know what I'm saying? They out there trying to, the problem with fighters and trainers nowadays is they play the TV game. You know what the TV game is?
What's that?
TV game is this. We gotta fight for ratings and this and that. It's all bullshit. They want you in there murdering each other's self, banging each other's brains out, not using your technical skills. They forget about that. It's all about swinging and hitting and trying to knock people out.
Yeah.
You see, what's the guy that the other welterweight? I can't remember his name. He used to be a beautiful boxer. Black dude, and he's not the Charlo, but he's the other one beside the Charlo brothers. I can't remember his name. He's supposed to be one of the best nowadays.
You know Earl Spence?
Yes, Spence.
Right.
You see how he's brawling with people now? He was a beautiful boxer. Good jab, strong jab, combination puncher. Now he's in there swinging for the hills. Are you fucking kidding me? He almost got put on his ass by who's the guy that they just fought, the little short guy that fights everybody?
Sean Porter.
He went to war with Porter, and Porter almost knocked his ass out. Because he walked into the shot trying to slug with him. And I'm like, when I first saw Spence, he was a good boxer. He didn't move box like me. He would move in front of you and step around you and move different ways. But now he just come forward throwing bombs. Yeah, that's good for television, but it ain't good for your brain. Because by the time you get out of boxing, ain't nobody gonna be able to understand what you're talking about. See what I'm saying? But they don't care nothing about that. They don't give a shit. They just want to see you going there trying to knock each other's heads off, and nobody's ducking, nobody's slipping. It's called the art for a reason. You know what I'm saying? This ain't WWF or MMA boxing or MMA fighting. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's called, and what do they call boxing? They say it's what do they call it? The sweet science for a reason. Because you don't just stand there and try to pound each other's brains out. It's skill and technique. And they trying to kill that in the game so they can make more money watching brothers beat the shit out of each other, standing toe to toe, trying to knock each other's heads off. And it's ridiculous. But everybody's falling for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Technical skills are going out. You barely see them.
Yeah. Yeah. If you move around, they say you're running.
Exactly. Like when I was fighting, I fought this kid. I think he won 2 rounds in out of the whole 12. And people started booing me because I wasn't standing in front of them fighting toe to toe. And I laughed at them. I said, y'all can boo all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stand in front of this kid and get my head knocked off, trying to prove to you that I can stand in front of him and I can take shots. I know I can take a good shot because he caught me with a couple of good shots and, I didn't go down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like this. I'm not going to stand in front of a guy and go toe to toe and to prove to you that I can stand there and take shots from him. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? All I'm supposed to do is get the win. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get the win the way you want me to do it. I'm the one in here fighting. And you get out the game, how much damage you have depends on you. Because you're going to get out of this game with a percentage of yourself damaged. You know what I'm saying? And it's the sport. You take the chance. At any time in the ring, you get caught with a good shot and be dead. Somebody hit you with a good shot, shake something up in your brains, and you're out of there.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And you're going to tell me how I should be fighting? You know what I'm saying? You're going to tell me what I should be doing? You know what I'm saying? No. I fight the way I go in the ring. I pick the fight. I fight my fight. If you don't like it, don't bring me on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit up there and go toe to toe with a guy and just act like, I'm just going to walk in the punches because that's what you think people on TV wants to see it. Say, please. So a lot of guys is doing that. Getting on television, just going toe to toe, banging with each other. Even Earl Spencer, Spencer was a nice technician. You know what I'm saying? He could move around. He didn't move a lot. The little bit that he did move, they don't want him doing that. So now he's trying to stand in front of people and bang with them, and it's taking its toll on him. He doesn't look the same as his last 2 fights. So if they keep buying into that, his career ain't gonna be going for too much longer. Because I already see him. He doesn't look the same. He doesn't look like the same fighter that I first used to. When I first started watching him, he looks totally different. And he keeps trying to make these TV people happy. He ain't gonna be around long. Because if you ain't one of them guys that take a really good shot, and people start landing big shots on you. He's been down 3 times already since I've been watching. By guys that shouldn't be able to put him on his ass. But he keeps trying to force himself inside and bang with these guys and try to prove something, and he already proved it. He ain't got no business in there doing that. Because once you get put on your ass, you got to make changes. So he's been down. Somebody should have told him, then ain't your fight. Well, obviously not. These guys buy into this TV bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And a white boy get on television and move around and box all day long, and he'll be called the perfect fighter.
Yeah.
One of us? No.
That's what they say about Chinese.
I feel like it's too many of us making too much money in sports. You know, so.
Sure.
But that's the whole thing. It's all about race. It ain't about what you can do. It ain't about your skills. It's about who you are. Well, we can't sell it. It's true. There's too many black people on TV making money. We can't sell that. We got a white audience. So that's who we trying to placate to. The white audience, so they can be happy. But it ain't worried about what about everybody else. Latinos on the TV doing the same thing. You watching Latinos work, Latinos fight, you know, but it's okay when they look white, like Canelo. They got Canelo does his own fucking promotion, making all kind of money. They ain't got a problem with that, because he look like the white boy next door. He don't look like he Mexican.
Exactly.
I had a guy cuss me out talking about Canelo ain't. He was online. He cussed me out talking about Canelo ain't Mexican. Canelo's a white boy. No, I said Canelo, yeah, he is white. He one of them white boys that when you find out that he's Mexican, you'll beat the shit out of him because he fooled your dumb ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, you motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't care. See, like I told her, that happened with one of my young boys in Miami when I was real. I had about 10 fighters. We always hung out together, went to movies together, everything. So we just come from the movies one time, and you know, some white boys came by, and you know, he was Cuban, but you couldn't tell he wasn't a white boy. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, and one of them said. He said, you know, I'm Cuban, but I'm white. And the guy said, what the fuck did you say? He said, I'm white. I'm white like you. He said, no, you ain't, motherfucker. You more nigga than he is. And I said, excuse me, bro? What'd you say? No, I'm just saying. I said, no, you ain't just saying. I said, do yourself a favor and start walking. Because your ass going to get whooped in a minute if you don't get stepping. So he went to walk with the rest of his boys. And I told him, I said, bro, I don't care who you are. If you got any of me in you, you're one of us. So you can think because you look like a white boy, they accept you. I said, bro, they'll kill you before they kill me. Because they can recognize me, but they can't recognize you. You know what I'm saying? And they hate you more than they hate me. Because you can resemble one of them motherfuckers. And you walk right into a crowd of them, and they can't tell that you ain't one of them. That's why they hate you more than me. Because you can hide. You can placate. You know what I'm saying? I can't. Yeah, I walk in like, damn, this motherfucking nigga, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You can walk into a room and they think it's one of them. But you better think about what you're talking about. And he just looked at me and said, nah, we all left. But I couldn't tell you whether he learned his lesson or not, because we hung out together all the time, but when everything we all grew up kind of went our separate ways, you know, I haven't seen him in a minute. So I saw my other friends, and, you know, we dealt with each other, we talked to each other. Another one of the guys looked like he was a straight up white boy, but he was Cuban. He called me up a few times. He in California. He lives in California now. He's still doing the same thing he always did. You know, try to work out his gym and try to, you know, chasing women. Nigga ain't never gonna get married. He's just a playboy. He's all he do. Chase women. Probably got 9 babies all over the place. You know, so, you know, but it's crazy how race seeps into everything in this country. You know, no matter what it is, there's always something gonna seep in there when it comes to race. You know, who should and who shouldn't be, and what's right and what's wrong for certain people. And that's what I hate. You know, they don't want to see this country is still filled with people who don't want to see us become nobody. They want to see us be successful. They want to see us, we have to beg them for everything. And as far as I'm concerned, ain't never gonna happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm like this. I work all my life just I'm gonna depend on me. I ain't gonna never depend on nobody to give me nothing. I'm gonna get my own.
Can you give us a prediction on the fight for Saturday?
Who fight?
We got Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell.
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell.
Campbell? What's the first name?
Luke Campbell.
Do I know him?
You might not.
I don't know if I know Luke Campbell.
Yeah, he from across the corner.
Garcia is tough. I don't really know Campbell well, but Garcia is pretty tough. He's not really skilled. I can't predict. I'm gonna call it right now. Garcia is very aggressive, so I don't know if they're gonna bring somebody in to beat. Where's Campbell?
What is Campbell?
His race.
He think he's from over the UK.
The UK?
Yeah.
Well, that could be a toss-up. They can go either way. I don't know, but I'm gonna say Garcia because Garcia is very aggressive from what I've seen. I don't think he's all that good a fighter. I beat his ass right now, but I'm gonna go with Garcia. I've seen him fight a couple times. He's very aggressive, so I'm gonna give it to him. Especially with fighting a guy from Europe. I mean, them motherfuckers. They aight, but they're not really good fighters. So.
It's been a lot of disappointing fights coming from over in the UK.
From the UK,
yeah. We had the Canelo fight. We had the Canelo fight.
Gonna have trainers in the UK. You got these clowns over there who think they know boxing, but they don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? I laugh at them. Oh, should I get my pot coming in? Hold on. So I laugh at them because, you gotta have quality trainers or you sending your man to the slaughter. Hey, Sean. Shelly, where's the other 2,000 you had? The other 2,000 you were supposed to give me. So, that's what I say about the UK, man. Them people, they swear to God that they the best trainers in the world. I have no idea where they got that notion from. Because they talking about they created sport of boxing, so they got the best trainers and so them motherfuckers can't fight with shit.
See,
start the sport. You know what I'm saying? I don't say how you did it, because you motherfuckers can't fight with shit.
Yeah, see, Champ, I totally agree with you.
See,
I totally agree with you, Champ. I say all the time how they started it, but we innovated the sport. We made it something a whole.
Yeah, that's it. And I was over there when I was over there. Some old shit. Y'all always talk like y'all don't know. Like don't know what? Like we started this. We the ones that started boxing. We the one that made this sport. I'll see you. I appreciate it because now we beating y'all ass with it. So he got pissed off. Started cursing and shit. I was like, bro, look, you better relax. Well, I smack your ass because I always started shit with people. So he came right up my alley talking shit. I was like, I would slap the shit out your ass. And y'all started that shit, but we mastered it. So everything y'all do, we did. Y'all always talk about the Orientals. They're responsible for Kung Fu and all that shit. Then you come to find out that where did it originate? Africa. So you mean Bruce Lee didn't You know, he ain't the man and all that shit. Yo, you mean our shit? Y'all shit became our shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all taking credit. Y'all try to take credit for you know, Kung Fu, Karate, all that shit. Now you find out that we did it. We the fuck ones that started that shit. So, you know, how many times we got embarrassed y'all ass for trying to take our shit? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
Hey, Champ, somebody in the chat said, do you consider the WBO a real title?
Of course I do. It's a real title as long as you get fighters, as long as you get top fighters that fight for it, it's real. If you got Bacon and A boys fighting for it, you can call it fake. But no, you had some real good champions that were in the WBO. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned about boxing, when you're talking about real fighters, you know what I'm saying, it's a manipulation of the ratings is what makes boxing, you know, in the sport of boxing is what brings the sport down. It's not the sanctioning bodies are part of the game, but it's what the other guys do to manipulate the game, promoters and everybody else. So it takes a group to create a situation like that. And the reason why boxing is getting to be, you know, sorry the way it is because you got so many people in the game just doing it to make money. You know, but it's one thing that there's one thing they have going against them. White boys don't want to be no fucking boxers when they can do anything else and make tons of money. Why the fuck are they want to come into boxing? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, don't complain about the fact that it ain't a bunch of white folks in the game because white folks don't want you in the game. They want you to be making that money. They want you out there making them good jobs, marrying their daughters. You know what I'm saying? So why are you complaining about not seeing white folks when you should be happy? Because you don't have a white boy up there getting beat over the top of his head to make a couple dollars. He can go to college. He can get out of college and get a great job, make tons of money, taking care of his children. You know what I'm saying? So why are you arguing about that? Makes no sense to me. Let the brothers go in, the brothers and the Latinos go in the game and beat each other's heads in, you know, to make a couple dollars here and there. I'm good with that. When I got all my kids in college getting knowledge, making tons of money, you know what I'm saying? Why are you arguing about that? You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't want us to get no money nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want your kids coming in the feeling, you know what I'm saying, to make that money to entertain your sorry ass. You know what I'm saying? But you say, oh, you know what I'm saying, they do is play sports. Okay. You know what I'm saying? If you think that's the only thing we can do, so why do you want your boys doing? You know what I'm saying? Why you don't want your boys going to college, making the big money when they get out of college, open up a business? You know what I'm saying? If that's what they're doing, then why are you arguing? They can't do both.
With all the politics in boxing, right?
Yeah, for real. But it's going to get worse
Listen.
Before it gets better, if it ever gets better.
Okay, I want to hit some. I listened to a interview today, and it was an old interview where they was interviewing Timothy Bradley, and they was asking Bradley like, "Well, okay, you ducked Earl Spence. The WBC made you the mandatory, made Earl Spence the mandatory, and you ducked Earl Spence." And Tim Bradley's response to the comment was, first of all, I didn't duck Spence. I went and fought Pacquiao. It was more money in it for fighting Pacquiao. Then he come back and said, okay, this is number 2. And I want you to hear this, and I want you to hear this clearly. This is what he said. He said, when has Top Rank and PBC ever did business? Now this was an old interview. So I'm listening to the old interview, and now I'm fast forwarding to the future. So my question for you is this: you know all the politics, you've been there, all the politics in boxing, all the ins and outs. Do you think that we'll be able to see this Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight this year with all the politics in boxing with the Bob Arum and the PBC thing going on?
Well, you know Spence and who?
Crawford? Yep.
I really think, you know what I'm saying, the Spence and Crawford fight is really not going to be an entertaining fight. But because Crawford has not really fought anybody that's of any real caliber of a fighter to deal with a fighter like Spence. I think Spence will be a little too much. But to answer your question, I mean, it shouldn't be nothing to keep them from being matched up, because unless they just afraid, the only thing will stop them from making that match if they're afraid that Spence can't win that fight. If they're afraid that Spence can't win that fight, they more than likely won't put it on. You know, so I mean, Crawford can't beat Spence. I don't think he can.
Do you think that Bob Arum and Al Heyman can actually sit down and negotiate this fight out? Because for what Terrence Crawford was saying, Errol Spencer offered him a 60-40 deal, and he turned it down. Now you know that Terrence Crawford is under contract with Bob Arum, and 60-40 seems like that'll be a lot of money for Terrence Crawford to be making, due to he's never made over $5 million dealing with Bob Arum. So, if that's the case, do you think the fight can be made, the negotiation between Bob Arum and Al Heyman, or does Terrence Crawford gonna really have to wait to get out of this contract with Bob Arum to make the fight happen?
I mean, the fight could happen if the right money is there. If the right money is there, any fight can be made. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's holding that fight up is money. Believe me. Because if the right money was there, Bob Arum would sell his mother out and put her in the fight if he can make the right money. So it ain't about this, that, and the other. It ain't about control or whatever. It's about the right money. Because anytime they make a match like that with two big names like that, they're going to have options. You know what I'm saying? So the fight can be made. It's just that are they willing to put the money up to make the fight? That's all it's ever about when it comes down to a boxing match. The right money. And if they're willing to go as far as they need to go to put the money up to get that fight made, it can be made. But if they're not, it won't happen, because these guys don't give a damn about whether he can win the fight or not. All they worried about is, how much money can be made. Is there going to be a trilogy? Because that's how they both make money. See what I'm saying? Both promoters make money because they're sharing in the matchup. So if there's a 3-fight deal, that fight can be made, because it's gonna be the first fight, gonna be the rematch, then the third and final fight. And that's gonna be a trilogy. And if the trilogy is done, everybody done made tons of money. So that's the only way that fight's gonna be made. It's gonna be turned into a trilogy. If they're not gonna do that, it won't get made. It won't make the fight, because the names are big enough to where they got Crawford, who's making a lot of money, and they got Spencer, who's been doing damage in his sport since he's been there. So somebody's gonna, you know what I'm saying, in the end, somebody's fighter is gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? And that means less money for that promoter. So in order for them to both make the huge amount that they want to make, it has to be a trilogy fight. So they do a trilogy fight, everybody wins. Because they're going 3 big money fights like that. Now imagine if the first fight is really great. They're going to be dying to see the next fight. And then if that's a bang out, he definitely going to be a third fight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, see, if I'm a promoter, that's what I'm looking at. It's not about this, it's not about that. It's about how much money am I going to make putting this fight on? So if I go with a 1-fight deal and I lose my fighter, I lose my top guy. Now I got to try to build his name back up. And how am I going to do that when he takes the name of being the best fighter out of the 2, and nobody care about my fighter no more because he got beat by this guy? I gotta have some way of bringing that money back into my pocket. So what do? I create another fight. You know what I'm saying? And then I make it a 3-fight deal because here it is. If I lose the 3rd fight, I done made so much money off the 3 fights, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? I could write that fight off 3 times over because all the money we made out of the 3 fights, I don't need him no more. I can build somebody else. You know, if he hangs in there and gets the title back, I can keep working with him. See what I'm saying? It's not about the fighters. It's about how much money you can make off the fighters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's a big deal, but that's how these jokers see it. They don't see, you know, oh, I like this guy, I like that guy. They looking at dollars, period. The much money they can make, the better. You know what I'm saying? If ain't no way we gonna do one big fight and we gonna lose our top fighter. If he loses, we lose our top guy that brings in a ton of money, and we can't put him on HBO after our loss. You know what I'm saying? Or put him on, you know, pay-per-view after he just got his ass whooped. So what we do is we make it a 3-fight trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Or a 2-fight or 3-fight. I'm pretty sure they would do a 3-fight. Because if you lose the first fight, only way this trilogy won't work if he get beat twice. And then they might, you know, they could put the 3rd fight on, but I wouldn't see the purpose of it. But if they got him at least 1 fight, if it was close to the first fight, they could rob him and make a 2nd fight, and then you get to make the 3rd fight. So I'm pretty sure that's what I would do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, a promoter is trying to make that money, I'm gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying? If he can get through without getting knocked out, and it can be a good fight, a good, tough, strong fight, then I got fight number 2. Now I get fight number 2. All he gotta do is get through it. He ain't gotta win. Then we got fight number 3, and that's gonna be for major. If both fights, one fight, if he gets knocked out the first fight, and the 2nd fight he goes the distance, 3rd fight gonna be for a big amount of money. So I'd be loving every minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Deals on TV, get to watch the fight free. If you win this or win that, put all kinds of deals out there to get people in them seats. Get the biggest place I can have and fill every seat in the place up.
Hey, we've been rolling, champ, and it's getting a little bit late. Hey,
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yes, sir. Hey, we're gonna sit up here and gonna end this show. I appreciate you, champ, for coming out and supporting Basement Boxing Talk. And anytime you're welcome to come back anytime. Sit down and have you on the panel and discuss anything about this boxing. We got.
I'll tell you, all you gotta do is call me, tell me when you want me on, I'm on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I really appreciate it. Black Star, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. Yes, indeed, man. Yeah, champ, we definitely appreciate you coming on with us, man. I know it's been a little work, but we're gonna keep at it till we get it right, And pretty soon we're gonna get you on here live for everybody. Yeah, so
I get some stuff going. I'm trying to get working. Once I get moving, and I start working with my fighters, I'm gonna try to send y'all some video clips and stuff like that. Me working with my guys, so y'all put stuff up, and what I'm saying. When I get things moving, I'll let y'all know what's going on. Keep it going.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Anything else you want to say, Black Star?
Huh?
That was that.
Y'all guys take, because y'all, ain't nobody out here telling the truth no more. Everybody spreading these fantasies and stuff. So, it's like, people gotta learn this game, man, and because they really don't know how they get taken for a ride with a lot of this crap they putting on TV nowadays. It ain't the real deal, and they trying to get fighters to conform to the way they want to run this thing, and that's not how it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? People want to see good fights, quality fights, top skills fighters on TV, and they're not getting that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try my best to get to a point where I can show these people quality fights, no BS, the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a darn what color they are. If we can find some guys, some white fighters, we'll find some white fighters. We'll take anybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you want to learn the sport, you come to me, I'll teach you the sport. The thing is, you know what I'm saying, you got to be willing to put the time in. And that's the hardest thing about dealing with any fight. I don't care what color they are. They got to be willing to put that time in it. It's long and it's tough and it's hard. So you got to have a lot of will to do this sport. And, ain't too many guys that really want to come in here and try to, work this sport. But, you got guys out there, you got some young people out there that I know that are trying to do it, and I got my fighters in Miami that I'm pushing to do it, and I got a guy that has a bunch of young kids that he wants me to come down there and work with, and I tell him I'm ready to do it, you know what I'm saying? As soon as they get this coronavirus under control, if they ever do, I'm going back to work. And I'm gonna have my boys film some of the workouts that we have and some of the sparring sessions, and I'm gonna send y'all stuff all the time. So y'all can see what I'm doing, what I'm working on, and guys that I'm working with, and we keep up with each other.
I appreciate you, champ, and yes, sir. We definitely gonna keep in touch.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, man, I was thinking when I got back, I was talking to one of my boys that I work with. I was working with him since he was 13 years old, and he grown now. He got his own family. He got a daughter. He was showing me how he taught his daughter how to throw punches. I just had to crack out laughing. He said, I got her throwing blues. She throws punches pretty good. I said, shit, I feel sorry for her, whoever her boyfriend is. He gets stupid. But that's what makes me, most happy with myself is that I work with kids the whole time since I've been boxing. I've been teaching kids, and when they call me and tell me the appreciation that they have for me for putting the time in with them is well worth anything. All the time that I put in with them, it's worth it just to hear them say that I made a big difference in their life. So to me, that's more important than money, hearing that. So.
Yes, sir. Well, I thank you once again for coming out, champ.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been good.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll look forward to having you back on the panel once again.
Okay.
I'm gonna say salute to you, my brother.
Y'all gotta grill me, bro. Y'all y'all gotta, get them questions up because I'm like, I got so much stuff I want to get out there on this game, man. And it's like, a lot of stuff that these fighters just don't know, and they need to know and they need to learn because they going into this stuff blind, and they, because a guy trained them and brought them up and got them to be good fighters, that don't mean they can be trusted. You know what I'm saying? Because my trainer, he taught me everything I know. And he still was screwing me over. He was screwing me over to make his family to make his family well off and make money for his family. And he didn't give a damn about my family. And I found that out there as I ended up with 12 losses, I find out this nigga selling me out to everybody. And I thought he gave a damn about it.
Hey, Champ, you gonna have to hold this, and we gonna have a part 2. We probably can do this weekend. We gonna have a part 2 to this, and we gonna let you start exactly where you at right now, and start that off. We gonna try to do that Saturday. I'm gonna talk to Black Star. Black Star, how you feel about that?
Sound good to me, bro.
Sound good. Had a brother back on and do part 2, and let him finish off telling some of the dirty stuff that was going on in boxing, and let the man exploit it.
That's what hurts me the most about boxing. The stuff that you find out that is real slimy. Like, here it is, me and Roger. I thought me and Roger was like brothers. Come to find out, Roger didn't give a fuck about me. Roger, all he cared about was that, he was making the money. He looked good. He get like all the girls and all that shit. And I'm like, it's a million women out there, but he had to have. If you had a girl that was pretty, he wanted your girl, not the girl that wanted him. What kind of sense does that make? I'm going through some ridiculous shit in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, and people get to thinking, a lot of people get out there and they start making money. They start thinking they better than just. No, they don't think they're just a human being. They think they're something special. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing more. I don't give a damn how much money you bring in or how much you looked at as a hero in the game or whatever. You're still a person. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no more important than me or anybody else. You got a few dollars in your pocket, and that's good. But don't start thinking that you're more than what you are. You're just another human being. You're just doing pretty good at this point. Who knows if that's going to happen for the rest of your life? You know what I'm saying? But, it's crazy. And some guys are worse than others. But we'll get on that. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming out. Mike 202, Sir Ken, Mike Goes, Kareem Keys, everybody was in the chat. Salute to my brother Black Star Sports, man. Subscribe to my brother. And it's been good. Hey, we gonna give you a call and try to set this up to do part 2 for Saturday.
Okay.
Cool?
Yeah.
And salute to everybody. Everybody be safe and be cool. And so we come back again. And people in the chat said they looking forward to seeing it, listen to the interview Saturday already.
Yes, sir. That'll work right there. That's perfect.
We bring part 2. It's been real. It's been good. Everybody stay safe, man. And we see y'all once again.
All right.
We out.
All right, bye.
Bye.